Guys, what's going on? Hope you guys are well. Hope you guys are staying safe. What's good? What's good? What's good, people? Waiting for you guys to get in here. What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good, Mad Dog? I hope you're good. What's good? Lies Fernandez, how's it going, man? How's it going, guys? I hope you guys are well. What's up, Skirt? What's up, Skir McGirt? I hope you're well. Guys, what's going on? What is going on? Hope you guys are well. Guys, smash the like button while you're here. Smash the like button. I'd really appreciate if you guys smash the like button. What's good? Salute, Brendan. What's going on? I hope you're well, Brendan. What's good? What's good, guys? What's good? I'm just going to get my camera on in a minute. Just give me a second. But yeah, man, get your questions in and smash the like button while you're here, guys. What's good? What's good? What's good? Let's get him waiting for your questions to come in, guys. Let's get those questions in. Get your questions in, guys, and smash the like button. Let's get your questions in, guys. Get those questions in. Okay, what's good? What's good, people? Hope you're well. So let's get these questions in. So Brendan says, with Beterbiev showing extra wrinkle to his game. Beterbiev showing extra wrinkle to his game with the footwork. Canelo v Beterbiev maybe a 60-45. Yeah, I'd have to agree. You know, Beterbiev is a monster. You know, the way Beterbiev closes, like Beterbiev is a problem. He is a big problem for these guys, and I don't think anyone wants to. I think there'll be people that will get in the ring with him, but I think now people are going to be like, wow, this guy's a real problem, real problem. He's a massive problem. Okay, so Lai says, do you really think Canelo wants that smoke? I'm not sure anyone wants that smoke, to be honest with you. That guy's a bad boy. Guys, I will put the link on. I just want to answer your questions first because I've had some thing that maybe you should do like 30 minutes of answering the questions first and then get the link in and then those guys can come on. So I'm going to do that first. Let me give my thoughts and then obviously I'll let you guys come on. So yeah, so do you really think Canelo wants that smoke? I think Canelo has got business to sort out with, so I don't think he's going to be interested in a Beterbiev fight just yet. But I'm pretty sure within time, I'm pretty sure he'll probably look for that Beterbiev fight if he can get past Bivol. But Beterbiev is a problem. He's a monster. What do you think of the fight last night? What do I think? I think it was one-way traffic. Joe Smith lacked the fundamentals, and Beterbiev just went straight through him. You know, it was a mismatch. I can't believe how big a mismatch it was. It was just Beterbiev just went through him like knife through butter. It was so easy for Beterbiev. It was so easy. Guys, everyone in the stream, if you can smash the like button, I'd really appreciate it. Smash the like button, guys. Get those likes up. Yeah, so Beterbiev just went through him so easy. It was so easy for Beterbiev. Beterbiev is a problem. He's a monster. There's no doubt about it. So Brendan says, I used to say 60-40 Canelo mainly due to the thinking Beterbiev had good mobility, but he shut that down yesterday. Yeah, he did. Beterbiev is a much more skilled fighter than what people give him credit for. I think he's a problem. I think he's a huge problem. And I'm not sure anyone can beat him at 175, to be honest with you. I think his size, strength, power, I just think he's a force of nature, and I think he will beat Bivol as well. I don't think Bivol will be strong enough to keep the fight at distance and keep the fight at range. I think Beterbiev will force him onto the ropes, and when he forces you onto the ropes, you're in big trouble. You're in big trouble. The only way you can beat Beterbiev is by keeping him at distance, keeping him in the center of the ring. But how is Bivol going to do that if he's not strong enough? If Beterbiev doesn't respect his power, he might just walk straight through Bivol, you know? So that makes it a very tough fight for Bivol, in my opinion. Skir McGirt says, I don't think Bivol is scared to get in the ring with Beterbiev. Yeah, I don't think Bivol is either. I think those guys there are made of different stuff. I think Bivol is a great fighter. He's not going to be afraid. I just don't know whether stylistically, a lot of people think stylistically Bivol is all wrong for Beterbiev. But I actually think Beterbiev is all wrong for Dimitri Bivol, to be brutally honest with you. Lies Fernandez says, no joke reason why he fought Bivol. He's not don't think Bivol wants it neither, to be honest. Bivol, I don't know, man. I don't think Bivol's afraid of Beterbiev. I don't. I think Bivol would fight Beterbiev in a heartbeat. Brendan Jackson says, there's a lot of good fighters for Canelo to fight right away, 160 to 175, that aren't Bivol or Beterbiev. Yeah, that's true. That's true. There's a lot of fighters for him to fight out there. Brendan Jackson says, people say Canelo fought Bivol because he thought he was higher, he was a lighter touch, are insane, especially since the two best at light heavyweight are Beterbiev and Bivol. People are saying Canelo fought Bivol because he thought he was lighter. No, Bivol is not a lighter touch. Bivol is a difficult fight for Canelo. Beterbiev is a hard fight for Canelo. They're both really hard fights. They're both big. They're both good. They're both skilled in their own ways. They're just difficult fights. They're just difficult fights. So what's going on, Greg? He says Joe Smith got hurt and shocked early and panicked, in my opinion. That's what happened, because when Beterbiev hits you, you get shocked. You go into kind of panic mode and you don't know what to do. So then you start fighting fire with fire, and then you end up getting yourself knocked out. So my brother Mooney Brown, what's going on, Mooney Brown TV? What's good, bro? I hope you're well. Check Mooney Brown TV out. He's a great channel. Great guy as well. He says, salute Imran TV. Canelo is not getting knocked out by anyone, my brother. Probably not. I don't know. That's a good fight. I'd like to see it if Canelo gets in the ring with Beterbiev. I don't know. I just think Beterbiev's a monster. So I don't know whether Canelo would be able to deal with that kind of size. Will he be able to get through? I don't know. Maybe Canelo can get to a decision. I don't know. I think it'll be very, very tough. Personally, I think Beterbiev is just too strong. It's too strong. Ray's in the house. What's going on, Ray? I hope you're good. Brendan Jackson says, if anyone is capable of cleaving Canelo's head off his shoulders, it's definitely Beterbiev. Yeah, I'd have to agree. I think he's the only one. I think Canelo's shown he's so tough. He's not going to be knocked out by any Tom, Dick, and Harry. But if anyone can stop Canelo, it's definitely Beterbiev. The strength, the power, I don't know the size. It's a big problem for Canelo, that fight, if I'm totally honest. D-Money says, should Beterbiev be on the pound for pound list? Of course. He's got 3 belts. And you look at the way which other champion do you know is knocking out guys like that? Probably only Inoue. And Beterbiev gets disrespected a lot. He's like, people just don't have him on the pound for pound list. It's almost a joke, to be honest with you. Beterbiev should be on the pound for pound list. He got 3 belts, and look how emphatically he's done it. Lies Fernandez says, hope Joe is okay. Really looked out of it after the fight. Yeah, apparently he broke his jaw and he went to the hospital. Apparently he had some real injuries there, man. He had some really bad injuries. He had a broken jaw. He had all sorts of injuries, and apparently he was taken to the hospital. So I hope Joe Smith is fine and okay. I never like to see anyone get hurt. But when you're in there with Beterbiev, good luck. Beterbiev v Canelo is a mismatch, in all honesty. Wow. Yeah, probably. It is probably. We don't know. Um, we'd have to really see it, but yeah, I'd have to agree. I think might just be too strong for Canelo. He might be too big. Salute to you, Imran. What's going on, her sweet Jesus? I hope you're good. He says, I got a feeling Canelo can beat Bivol in the rematch. And who are we to tell Canelo to stay away from Bivol? We are just fans. Yeah. I haven't got a problem with Canelo fighting Bivol, to be honest with you. Again, because I think at most Bivol will outbox him. I don't think it's a dangerous fight. I think Beterbiev is a dangerous fight. Beterbiev is a horrible fight. It's a dangerous type of style where he could just pressurize and overwhelm Canelo. That's a horrible matchup. Canelo fight and beat Beterbiev. Oh my God, what that does for his legacy is next level. But Beterbiev is proven now that he's a monster. I don't think anyone can beat him at 175 at this particular point. It's going to be very difficult for anyone to come close to beating that guy. Because he's too big, too strong, and most importantly, he's very skilled. Most guys that are big punchers aren't the most skilled. He's a very skilled fighter as well. So that makes him doubly hard. So Greg says, Canelo got lucky by a rink G. By rink? Beterbiev v Canelo would be textbook daring to be great. It's regardless of the Canelo would textbook daring to be great fight. It's like regardless of the percentage of power Beterbiev puts in a given shot, it's going to be still devastating. Yeah, I'd have to agree. What's going on, bro?
Emran TV, what's going down, bro? Am I saying it right?
Yeah. You're saying it right, man. What's going on, man? Is it
How you
Money
doing,
Brown
Shy?
TV? Yeah,
Money Brown TV, yeah, money,
Money
yeah.
Brown TV, bro. Your content's great, man. Thanks for coming on,
Man,
bro.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate the kind words as well. I appreciate the emails, and I'm open to
Yeah,
any time. Like, I plus I got back to you though, but like we can, I know you want to link up, so we can link up sometime this week. I got an interview with Frank Martin today. So once I
right.
knock
Okay.
that interview out, so we'll be free. But like anytime you want to come on, bro, like I'll be open to, any and everybody. I drop the link, sometimes, but sometimes you know how I get, man. Sometimes you get ignorant, you get a lot of trolls coming around. So yeah, you
Yeah.
know how I go, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been
Definitely,
checking out your content and big fan of the channel, bro. You're very knowledgeable.
man.
You're a fair man. That's what I see about you. You're very fair, bro. You're very fair, and that's rare. You know what I mean? That's rare. You get it. Even myself, I can be a little biased at times, but I see that you're a very fair man. But you still got your picks, though. But I can respect that, my brother.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. I really appreciate it, bro. But yeah, definitely,
No
we'll
doubt.
definitely do a link up. But what do you make of the fight, man? Yesterday, Joe Smith and Beterbiev.
Um, Man, I knew Better B was gonna win, right? I didn't like. I thought Joe Smith would have lasted at least 5 rounds, right? But I knew with the style that he came out with, I knew it was a problem. Like when he came out and I seen him coming straight forward, the way he was coming straight forward, he was just coming the gun, either me or you, right? Either
Yeah,
me or
yeah.
you. Like I remember Alexander Gozik, right?
Mm,
In an interview, he said about Artur Beterbiev. He says power can be overrated, but his boxing skills underrated, right? And I seen Better Be move, and I seen him using his jab yesterday to where I was saying he was really setting it up and being a little patient with Joe Smith because Joe Smith can crack, right? So that's the really only thing you have to worry about with him because Joe Smith is just a hard nosed fighter. He come forward, try to get you up out of there, make you feel his power. And if he can take your shot, then he'll try to overwhelm you, sort of like what Better Be would do, but it kind of backfired on him. So Better Be saw that, but as he was just coming in, he was just walking into shots. And once I see him went down in the first round, you can check out my live stream. You heard me say, "Oh yeah, this only gonna last 1 round," but it ended
mhm,
up lasting 2 rounds. So it was just the style of fight that Joe Smith fought. It was a little weird to me. Like they didn't come in with no game plan on a man that Arthur Beterbiev, who probably is arguably the most dangerous puncher in boxing. Right, but
mhm,
y'all didn't come in with no type of game plan, no strategy to try to wear some of the power down, or none of that. Y'all just came hard nosed, trying to get some respect, knowing, in the first round, that's when people are the most dangerous, got the most power. So it was just a little mind boggling. But overall, I knew that Better B was gonna knock him out. So I only gave him 5 rounds, me myself personally. But just the style he fought, I can respect it because he probably knew himself. Like I'm gonna have to try to gun it out with him, and all I know is I got is a punch of chance, and he tried to get it out of there, and he ended up being put out.
Yeah, man, it was devastating, man. Every shot that Beterbiev landed was like, I don't know what Joe. I don't think Joe Smith has got another style. I think that's how he fights. He's not fundamentally very sound fighter, and he just
Hmm.
got clocked. He got clocked, and as soon as he got clocked, he wanted to fight back, fire with fire, and it was never. You can't fight. You can't stand and trade with Beterbiev. It's gonna end badly for you.
Very true, man. Very true. Especially if you're not even you barely even got your wits about yourself. Like you still woozy and you still trying to trade. Like I'm happy the ref stopped because it could have got really bad for him. You know what I mean? So,
Mm.
but the crack just Smith like that and have his ass on wobbly legs like he had him on wobbly legs. Yeah, that tell you that. Yeah, the power better be is you better be mindful of what you're doing when you step in that ring with that man.
Yeah. What about Bivol? Obviously, people want to see that fight between Bivol and Beterbiev. That's a great fight. That's a proper 50-50 kind of fight.
I always favor Bill on that fight because of the boxing ability, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I don't want to see like I say, well, Arthur Beterbiev, he's not gonna be the more technical boxer, right? To where people see all the skills, the head movement, things of that nature. But to get yourself out the way of certain shots and to put yourself in position of working your jab and setting up a power shot is it takes skills to do that, right? But people asleep on that because it's not the way that people like to see it, right? Or it's not a Floyd Mayweather style, or it's not a Devin Haney style, or it don't have a style to it. But it doesn't matter. Skills are skills, no matter how you get it done. But I always favor Bivol in that fight because of the boxing skills, and Bivol got underrated power as well, right? He got
Mm-hmm.
underrated power to where he'll hit you with a shot. Like the shots you don't see hurt the most. And he can hit you with shots that you don't see. And his speed is there. You know what I mean? His speed is there. And I think he's how can I say it? Well, Alexander Gosek, I don't think Alexander Gosek could really like he don't have much punch resistance. I think Bivol has punch resistance to where he can withstand the power late, right? Because you're gonna have to withstand the power and get into the later rounds of Bivol. I mean, sorry, with Beterbiev. And I think Bivol have the punch resistance to withstand the power. So even if you get hurt or get dropped, right? You got the strength to get up and grab, and you have the mental fortitude. The Bivol, man, what I seen over the Canelo fight is his mental fortitude, right? Of because the media can break you, right? The Canelo fans, I'm a Canelo fan, and I
Mm-hmm.
go hard, but like just seeing the way Dimitri Bivol talk and how like nothing really gets to him. That's like because boxing is 80% mental. That's toughness. So I don't think he'll get in that ring and break with Bivol. I mean, sorry, with Beterbiev, but Beterbiev can't hurt him. But I really still got to give Bivol the edge. Just me, I still give Bivol the edge because of the IQ and the boxing ability. But it will be dangerous, right? It will be dangerous with the power of what the better be. And if it get down to the trenches, it better be got to go for it. And he said, okay, I'm gonna put my foot on the gas and take Bevel's best shot to try to land my best shot. That can be a dangerous man. But I'm an edge Bevel in that fight still, right? I'll be like 55-45 Bivol. But I got better be best number one light heavyweight. And you gotta give him his respect over his body of work. You got to give it to him. So I edged Bevel by like a 5% chance, but yeah, better be can get that fight as well. But it's one that we need to see. It's undisputed, and Bevel said he want more belts. He don't really want the Canelo rematch because he feel like he don't gain nothing from it. So if he go for a better be, we got to respect it, and it's one that we need to see, especially in 2022, where we get a whole lot of like we have about what 3 or 4 undisputed fights. So, that'll just add on to 2022 to try to catch up with 13 and 17. So I like it, man. I like it a lot.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I think it's a great fight as well. It's like one that could go either way. I agree with you. I think if Bivol can keep it at a distance, I think he can
Hmm.
beat Beterbiev. It's just whether Bradley made a great point. Bradley said the thing is, I don't know, like Bivol, like I favor Bivol, said
Hmm.
Bradley, but if Beterbiev gets him on the ropes, right, and Bivol has his back on the ropes, he's in big trouble. Bivol will have to box in the center of the ring and outbox Beterbiev. If Beterbiev is too strong and he overruns him, and Bivol is like on the ropes, his back's at the ropes, then he's a dead man walking because Beterbiev hits too hard. He hits too hard, and if he's catching you when you're on the ropes, it's hard to defend, ain't it? Like
Oh
off the
yeah.
rope, much harder. Like that's what Bivol did to Canelo at times when Canelo was on the ropes. Bivol was hitting straight through the target, and I think Beterbiev will do that to Bivol as well. If Bivol, I think Bivol's got to just constantly be moving in that fight. But again, when you got like a big puncher, once he hits you with a big punch, what's your reaction going to be? Are you going to be able to stay calm under that kind of onslaught, which he did against Canelo? But I don't know whether Canelo's got the power that Beterbiev has.
Oh
We see
yeah,
Beterbiev hitting guys and them goes on wobbly legs, and it's like he's hitting them with a hammer or something. And these are
I mean,
these are big guys.
oh, we definitely know better be hit harder than Canelo. Like I'm not,
Yeah, yeah,
I don't care how big of a Canelo fan I am. I would never say that that man hit harder than Better be. Better be is, like I say, probably the most dangerous puncher in boxing, bro. Besides Inouye, Better be
mm-hmm.
probably the most dangerous puncher in boxing. Like, cause
Mm-hmm.
like his power is so different. Like you can just tell, even with Joe Smith, bro. Like you can
Mm-hmm.
tell his reaction, like, and anybody he hit, like Marcus Brown, he literally conceded, bro. Like he literally, like you look at his face expression when he on one knee, like man, better be beat the fight out of you, bro. And that makes you question if you want to continue fighting or not. You know what I mean? Like, cause
Mm-hmm.
Marcus Brown, we're not gonna see him in a minute, and Alexander Gosik, the boy retired after that. You know what I mean? Like he make you question, like, damn, do I want to continue doing this, bro? Like, and it's like you gotta respect it. So yeah, I never say Canelo hit harder than Beterbiev, but I probably like people might think it's crazy. Canelo, Alexander Gosling said one thing, and I like hearing these things from fighters that been in the ring with a fighter that they're talking about. He said Canelo has the chin. You see what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
even if
yeah,
you look at the Bivol fight, you never seen Canelo hurt. You look at
yeah,
the Kovalev fight. Kovalev ain't no pillar puncher. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like you
yeah,
never seen Canelo hurt. You seen the Triple G fight. You never seen Canelo hurt. And Triple G can
yeah,
can crack, bro. So he
yeah,
has the chance to compete. It's just gonna be like with Canelo, it's a stamina issue, bro. That's
yeah,
even
yeah,
what happened with Bivol. It's a stamina issue. He gotta pace himself for that second half of the fight. He can't go out there and throw it all in the first half. He looked good in the first six. You gotta pace yourself for the second half. And if Canelo can get that stamina condition under control, he can beat a Bivol and he can beat a better beat. But if
mm,
that stamina condition kick in, oh yeah, it's gonna be hell and hot water for him. And I
yeah.
can't
I
believe I'm
agree.
admitting that on Emeren TV. You got me talking about my
Yeah.
man's like that. But yeah,
That's a tough fight, man. Both of them are really hard. I know Canelo's obviously biting off a lot more than he can chew. Those guys are massive as well. So I gotta give Canelo a lot of respect going up and fighting a Bivol. You know what I mean? A lot of people give Canelo a lot of stick, and if he like, I don't know if he'll fight better BF down in the future, depending on how the Bivol fight goes, the rematch goes.
hmm
But better BF, I've always said that Bivol's a harder fight in terms of it's a more trickier fight. Stylistically, it's hard for Canelo, but
thank you.
Beterbiev's a dangerous fight. That's the kind of fight where you don't know what could happen in that fight. Canelo. I don't know if Canelo has faced a bigger puncher than Beterbiev before. That's
Never, never,
tough.
not even with a Triple G. Like Triple G can crack, but my thing with Canelo and Bivol is this. I mean, sorry, Canelo and Artur Beterbiev is this. Canelo has the skills, right? He
Mm,
has the skills, and with somebody like a Beterbiev,
mm,
yes, you're gonna have to weather the storm,
mm.
right? And I think that I'm gonna be real. I think that can be a fight where we can really see Canelo hurt. Now Canelo was hurt by a little Matthew Haddon. Okay, I know because
Yeah,
trolls they're gonna, oh well, he was hurt by a smaller. We know you grow out of that. He was a 19-year-old kid at that time.
yeah, yeah,
Now
yeah.
he's a 31, 32-year-old man. Grown into his body. So Canelo does a lot of neck exercise and things like that, and we've seen his chin hold up. But better be like you say, he got a different type of power, and he delivers punches a different way. So that might be a fight where if Canelo's slipping and you get hit by him, yes, you're gonna feel it. But I feel like if Canelo can weather that storm, right, with Canelo being Canelo, landing big shots, going to the body, coming back upstairs, like you say, you got to keep him in the middle. You can't play no ropes with better be like you did with Bevel. That'll be a you know recipes for disaster. So your stamina gotta be there, and you have to play the middle. That way you can turn them and you can bag them up, turn them because I don't see Canelo pushing better be back like that. But I do think he has respectable power that better be but have to respect early on. So it'll be a dangerous one. But I feel like um, he might have a better chance with better be with than Bevel because Bevel was skillful background pedigree is crazy. That's what I was trying to explain to everybody. Oh, he only have X amount of fights. He's not like y'all gotta check these men background pedigree. Like Bill been doing it since he was 7. So, I think he got more skills than Better Beef. So, he might have a better chance, even more with Better Beef than Bivol. The only thing is it is like you say, the size and the power of Better Beef. You know what I mean? And if you can't hurt Better Beef, if you can't hurt him, then man, I feel sorry for you. But if you can get some respect from him, then you'll have a big opportunity. That's
Yeah,
my opinion, though.
I'd agree, man. I'd agree with you there, man. D Money, what's going on, man?
Imran, what's going on, my man?
I'm all good, man. I'm all good. It's good having you in here, man. What did you make of the fight last night?
Man, as soon as it started, I was like, they were talking about, the crowds there for Joe Smith, and I was watching the top rank promo videos for Joe Smith. He's a really great guy, man. It's a really great story, and I really like Joe Smith. And as soon as they were in the ring, they're about to start fighting. I'm like, dang, man. I feel so sorry that this dude about to get knocked out in front of all these New Yorkers, you know what I'm saying? All these people that's rooting for him. Because I just saw it coming, man. There was no chance. Because Joe Smith, he only fights one way. Like he
Mm,
only fights that, you know what I'm saying, that pressure, I'm coming at you, I'm trying to land these bombs, and that's how I do it. And you just can't fight Beterbiev that way, man. And I think a lot of people, like you said, Imran, a lot of people were underrating Beterbiev's boxing skills. Like this
mm,
dude is a boxer. It ain't, you just look at the the knockouts. It's like, oh, okay, this guy is just, he got crazy power. But no, this dude actually has skill too. Like he really can box, as
mm,
well. You know what I'm
mm.
saying?
Yeah, yeah.
And it ain't all this, Shakur and Mayweather. It's not that type of style like you were saying, but
Mhm.
at the same time, it's good enough. Like it's elite. Like this is top
That's
level.
right.
So you just can't come in there, just swinging shots, not being defensively responsible, keeping your hands out. You're gonna get knocked. You know what I'm saying?
It's
You're gonna
true.
take a quick nap. And so I felt bad for Joe Smith, but I'm proud of him because I feel like he overachieved in his career.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
feel like he was never supposed to be in the ring with a better BF. You know what I'm saying? But
That's a fact.
shout out to him. He was able to get that money and do his thing, so he should be put nothing to hang his head about. But yeah,
Some
I
people,
thought there was no chance.
some people thought he even had a chance in the fight. Like, prior to the fight, people thought, he may even not better be about, even though there was few and far between. But there was
Right,
people out there that actually thought. So the fact that people even thought that Joe Smith had a chance just shows that how far Joe Smith has come from where
right,
he was. He didn't have the amateur background. Remember, Beterbiev has been doing this for years.
right,
He's
right,
had over 300 amateur fights. He's an accomplished
right,
amateur, you know. And that's the other thing as well that people don't like. Bradley pointed this out that pedigree you can't. There's no substitute for that kind of pedigree, man.
right. Right,
Hmm.
no, and that's the thing because I was watching the promos and Joe Smith there said, he was even while he was doing these fights, like he was still working
Yeah,
like
yeah.
part time. You know what I'm saying? Like there's
Mhm.
levels to this, bro. Like Better Be have been doing this for years upon years, decades, probably. You know what I'm saying? Almost
Yeah,
like
Oh
he's
yeah.
boxing professional, like or like at an elite level. This is what he does. Like we ain't working construction and then we okay we training for the fight. No, that's levels, man, and he
Yeah,
up
they
there.
got the amateur. They got the amateur background, like the amateur. Like people underestimate how that amateur background,
Right,
grooms you for the
right,
professionals. Like because it's a lifestyle. You know what I mean? It's a lifestyle. You going through, you learn it, and like the amateurs, bro. You see every style. You going like if you're American, you flying the country to country, or if you're a Russian, you going to country. Like you seeing every style, and you getting used to what you got to do. And once you like, if I'm fighting Emran and Emran got a different style, it doesn't matter if you're grown or you're a teenager. Some
right.
I'm gonna take something from Emran's style that I'm gonna say, okay, well I've seen that before. So you're gonna know how to deal with it. Not to the extent of a professional level, but you want to say, okay, Bob, he did this to me. I know I did this. Where you can make little certain adjustments, or you have a coach there that can say, okay, we picked up on that, and we can study tapes other than you just coming in, oh, I never felt that before. I don't understand what this is, right? You don't know how to do that. And you're trying to adapt on the fly instead of saying, okay, I've seen that before, so it won't bother you too much. So people, they underestimate those type of things, and that's why you got to have respect for the Anthony Yards and the Joe Smiths and the Tevin Formers, the people that just step into it and just, they naturally gifted so they can adapt and have success. Like you say, Joe Smith had nobody expect Joe Smith to beat Bernard Hopkins or to beat the people he beat to be. I think he a 2-time world champion at the light heavyweight division. So that's some in itself that you can hang your head high on because you got people that's way more skilled than Joe Smith. I mean, gold medalists that probably never become a world champion. So that's impressive in itself.
Yeah, I'd have to agree, man. He's had a good run, Smith. He's had
Hmm.
some big fights. He fought Bivol, fought Beterbiev, won a world title. Good career. He's had a
And he
good
still
career.
he still got some more checks to pick up. Like it's not like his
Yeah,
career
yeah,
is over. Right
yeah,
now,
yeah.
saying probably become a world champion again. I'll never say he won't, but still with the name of Joe Smith and having those type of fights, don't, hey, ain't nothing wrong with being a gatekeeper and picking up a high five figures, 70
Mm,
and 80,000. Even if you get up there, 6-figure checks. You know what I mean? So
mm,
he got a few more checks to pick up if he choose to continue, which I believe he will.
mm.
Early knockouts kind of save, like, even though you get knocked out, early knockouts kind of preserve your career than going through a 12-round beating.
Yeah, and that was a good stoppage. That was a good stoppage too.
Yeah, yeah. Very good, very good. He could have been damaged. So yeah, I'm glad. What do you guys make of Anthony Yarde v Beterbiev? What do you think? Do you think he gives Yarde a chance in that
Ooh,
fight?
listen, I like Anthony Yarde a lot, bro. You know what I'm saying? I like him a lot. I like, he got good power, good speed. Defense ain't as good as he think it is with the shoulder roll and things of that nature. I don't like that he, be converted to the shoulder roll on a high level like that. I think he, should go to the high guard. He got a good jab. It's just that, we've seen that his chin against big punchers don't hold up like that. I don't think the stamina of Anthony Yarde is like it's not championship
Level, yeah,
stamina. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's
yeah.
like it's not up there. Like
Mhm.
once you get past 6 or 7, I think that's when shit get real for him. But I feel like against an Artur Beterbiev, I can't see him beating Artur Beterbiev. I mean, like I
Mm.
said, I give him a puncher's chance. Right now, you have to be a very skillful fighter, and you have to have the real um, experience, right, to deal with somebody like Arthur Beterbiev. Don't get me wrong; he been under for the pressure for like people get in there. You ain't nervous. He's young. He's hungry. He got 2 losses, right? So, I really like Anthony Yarde because I like the honesty about him. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I give him that puncher's chance with the speed and the power. But I just think him against Arthur Beterbiev, I just think for however long it lasts, like he'll have some good moments in there to where he got the size, right? But I just don't think that chin can't take it. He's not the best. Like he can move to be like that. He can move, but I think that helped um, take energy away from him. But I just think after 6 rounds, if you make it past 6 rounds and wants to go and get hard, I think better be just start walking him down and start beating on him, bro. And I like Anthony Yarde, and I want to see him become a world champion, but I don't think he has. I don't think he got nothing coming with Arthur Better be. And that's in a
Yeah.
respectful way. That's in a respectful way.
Yeah, I think so too. I kind of agree. And I like him too. But yeah, man, I feel like you gotta be special, bro. You gotta, I mean, because you gotta realize that the dude coming at you is highly skilled, and he just has devastating power. Like you can't take shots like against him. Like you start taking shots against better, every one of them shots, it's like your percentage of winning this fight is going down and down every single time you get hit. You know what I'm saying? And then eventually it comes to a point where it starts getting in like the 30 percentile. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, you about to get out of here. And then he just knocks you out. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta have a chin. You got either you have to either have a chin or elite defense. And I think the thing that Bivol has, he has elite defense. Like he really
Hmm.
can get away in an effective way against from Beterbiev. That's the only reason Bivol has a chance. But everybody else, nah, man. Uh-uh.
Yeah,
Not it.
yeah. Go on, D Money. Go on, carry on.
Yeah, no, I was just saying, yeah, man, not it. There's no, that's a negative. Yeah, Anthony Yard, I like him a lot, but nah.
Yeah, I think I think oh, crap. Woo!
Oh, there you
I
go.
don't know what happened there.
You're gonna echo.
One second.
Yeah, you got. Yeah, there you go. For say you got to be better, man.
Is that better?
Nope, it's worse.
One second. Is that better?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, so yeah, man, I think it's gonna be tough. I think it's gonna be tough for Yard. I know Yard wants to. Yard is saying that he's gonna stop Better Be of the way he stopped Joe Smith, but I just don't see him. I agree with Money Brown, man. That I don't think he's got the stamina. I think his body is I think his body is too bodybuilder type, like a bit like Joshua, and I
Hmm.
think he's gonna run out of steam. I think he's
Mm-hmm.
gonna
Yep.
run out of steam, and I'd have to agree. I just don't see him having the. I don't see him having the durability of beating um durability and the stamina. You need to have elite stamina.
Yeah.
Uh, I don't think he's got it. I don't think he's got great stamina. He was taken out by Kovalev, and Kovalev was past his best. If he was going to win a world title, that was probably the best chance he had because
Yeah.
Kovalev was kind of past his best, if we're honest.
True.
And
True.
he couldn't beat a past his prime Kovalev. So I don't see how he beats Arthur Beterbiev, to be honest with you. I rather see the. I know. Look, I'm all for mandatories getting their shot, but if there could be some kind of step aside money, I would love to see them give him some step aside money, and then the Bivol and Beterbiev fight, because I think that's the fight we all want to see. Really, that's the
Shoot.
fight.
Yeah, definitely. He should ask for it. I think they had said when they had showed him, they said he looked scared. They said Yard looked scared when they showed him after the fight. They showed him in the crowd after he watched what happened. He looked scared, man. Shoot, I would ask for it. I don't who wants to fight Better Be a man. You want to take
I
a
think.
nap? You go home and take a nap for free.
Yeah, I think they will. I think they will offer him because they said when they had asked Yarde in the interview, did you take step aside money before? He said he never took step aside money, so he never did it the first time. So I think with the sanctioning bodies, right, if they really want it, right, it's going to come down to Bivol though. What Bivol want to do? You got another
Mm-hmm.
massive payday right there with Canelo Alvarez, or do you want
Mm-hmm.
because that's what you have to pick between. Like, okay, do I want to go fight him for undisputed, right, and become the number one light heavyweight. Like it's nothing you can take away from that, and take a pay cut. You understand what I'm saying? Or do I want to sit here and wait to see what Canelo Alvarez want to do after he beat Triple G? You know what I'm saying? So, but if I was Bevel, I will go for undisputed. Like I go for undisputed because if you become undisputed and you go fight Canelo for undisputed at light heavyweight, man, that's gonna be
That
crazy.
would that
So
would be big too.
yeah, and you'll have the all the cars on your side, bro. So instead of having one scrap, you have four scraps. And not only that, you beat Canelo. You know what I mean? And you say you want to get paid like a world champion, you definitely gonna get paid like a world champion. And if you
Oh,
fight
that's
Canelo
true.
for undisputed at light heavyweight, and Canelo trying to get a rematch, that fight gonna be so damn big, bro. And everybody want to see it, especially if Canelo
That's
just
true.
came off some big time wins, the redemption of
Triple
Canelo. You know
G.
how they go, yeah, they gonna put that. You know how they gonna build that up, man. And it's like
Right.
it's gonna be so much money involved, bro. So much money involved for all the marbles. That's the creme de la creme. So yeah, you can put yourself in a position to upward to $20+ million. So I why not go try to do it? But the other hand of that, you take that L and that scrap
Right.
get taken. Now you in
Right.
position of trying to get a rematch with Arthur Beterbiev or Better Be now right there getting that damn $20 million payday with Canelo Alvarez. So
Oh, goodness
it's
gracious.
yeah, it's the risk
But
you take. You know.
Imran, I wanted to ask Imran, do you think the Yard Better BF fight? Do you think that would do numbers in London? Because that's where I think Yard said it would be at.
Yeah, I think it would. Not huge numbers, but I think it would. I think it would because people would be intrigued to see Beterbiev in person. But I don't know how much it does on pay per view because people might see it as a mismatch,
Mm,
in the UK. So I don't know. I don't know whether the numbers do that great, if I'm honest. But I think it would be a big fight because Yard's pretty big here. He's been promoted well, so he's pretty big here. So I think it could do numbers.
hmm.
But I don't know how competitive the fight is though. That's the issue. Like maybe Yard will do better than what Smith did. It's not hard to go, do better than that.
Right.
Yeah,
But
I most definitely can do better than Joe Smith.
the thing is, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know whether he can push Beterbiev. Like I think the only guy that can push Beterbiev at this point is probably Bivol. He's the only guy that you
Hmm.
can see actually beating him. I don't think there's anyone else. Like I don't know. Is there anyone else that
Okay.
you think there's anyone else that could
Oh
beat
yeah,
No.
Canelo.
Canelo?
Canelo.
You
And I'm
reckon?
gonna tell
Who?
y'all why. I'm gonna
Who
tell
could
y'all
be
why.
who?
Now, Canelo tried to fight Beterbiev, right? And Beterbiev
Mm,
team, they turned it down. I felt like they felt, or they wanted more time to get ready for him. But like I say, Canelo has the chin. Canelo
yeah.
has the skill set as well for Beterbiev, right? Now,
Mm,
it's gonna be dangerous. Don't get it. You know what I'm saying? This ain't like you finna go in there and have a walk in the park. But I think if
mm,
you have the chin to compete, right? And Canelo showed that his chin is granted. Canelo has an elite chin, bro. You know what I mean? It just gonna be, could you and your stamina, Canelo, could you have your stamina put together, you know what I'm saying, to make it to that second half of the fight?
mm,
And them legs is still there to get to the body of Artur Beterbiev, you know what I'm saying, and to move. Because you got to think about it now. This Canelo and Artur Beterbiev, you have to
mm,
make it to 12. But with Canelo making it to 12, with Canelo being Canelo Alvarez, right?
mm,
And this is no funny business. I don't want people to think that like that. You have to think about them cards, you know what I'm saying? So
mm,
you have to go in there. You have to be smart about this though. So yeah, for sure, I get Canelo opportunity to be better. Be a lot
Imran.
of people, might think this crazy, but to have the skill set and to have the chin, a granite chin, can take you a long way in boxing, bro. It's just that with
Imran.
Canelo's stamina stick together and will, he fight the right fight, to get to the 12th round with a strong punch like what the better be.
Mani. Mani and Imran.
Man,
Yeah,
man,
clear.
Artur Beterbiev is
Listen to
gonna
me.
is gonna
Listen to me, my guy. Hold on. Listen to me, my guys. Listen to me. Especially the way Canelo fights at 175, the style in which he's been trying to fight at 175, and really even the plant fight at 168. There is no way that he is gonna beat Artur Beterbiev at 175 with that style. There's just no way. There's not a chin on the world that could take this man's punches throughout the course of a fight. Like at 175, Canelo's a middleweight man.
you'll
There's just no
you'll
way.
forget Canelo's chin, his arms, his body. Like Artur Beterbiev is gonna hit him on the side of the like shoulders, everything. Like is it just the pressure of Arthur walking him down is gonna tire him out without even throwing punches. It's not easy.
Like Canelo comes forward, I agree, and Canelo comes forward, right, Imran? Like Canelo comes
yeah.
forward. So if you come forward into better BF, like that is just like Joe Smith's a tough dude. I don't think Joe Smith's been down before in the pros.
No,
He
no.
got him out of there in two.
Well, let me tell you like this.
First,
Canelo is, let me
yeah,
tell you, you'll be a fool to stand there and try to exchange what Arthur better be. And that's why Joe Smith went out in 2 rounds. When you're looking at Canelo Alvarez, y'all are just looking at Canelo coming forward fighting, bro. You have to have a game plan for somebody like Arthur better be. And like I say, when you have a chin like Canelo Alvarez, they can take a punch. And y'all saying the arms, y'all saying the pressure, y'all saying this, that, and the third. Canelo Alvarez has the body shots, right? You get into the inside, he has the body shots. Canelo Alvarez has the experience. You saying when you say, oh, the way he's been fighting fighters at 68, we getting an echo back, y'all.
I don't know. It's someone else. I think it's
Yeah,
Michael.
so
Yeah, go
yeah,
on.
so when we looking at the situation, and I'm telling y'all, you have to go in there with a game plan. Of course, it's going to be tough, and I don't mind y'all saying, oh, he's not going to win this, that, and the third. But when you got somebody like Canelo Alvarez, bro, Triple G is not a pillar puncher. Triple G can crack, right? Kovalev can crack. Kovalev is not a pillar puncher. So, of course, we gonna look at Arthur Beterbiev. He's younger than Kovalev. He's bigger than Triple G, but it don't take away from him. Go listen to Alexander Goes what he said. Like, and you came here, you said it like I said. Yes, Beterbiev boxing skills are underrated, but he said the power can be overrated, right? So if you got him and you working him, you tagging him to the body. He's throwing hard shots. You making him miss because Canelo upper body movement is crazy. He can make you miss and make you pay. So you can't be out there just doing silly shit, trying to slug it out with him, bang it out, things of that nature. You're gonna have to use the legs. You're gonna have to use your jab. You're gonna have to use your speed. Now we know he's shorter, arms are shorter, but that's why you find the right range of distance, bro. You find the right range of distance. You grab. You do things that you got to do, and Canelo has the experience to do those things. You feel me? So it
Mm.
might sound crazy to y'all. Y'all might say this and say this, but in my opinion, yes, Canelo Alvarez has the opportunity to beat what the better be. Trust me when I
Imran,
tell you so.
Imran, what are you saying?
I don't know. He might. Money Brown might be right, man. He might be right in the sense that we just don't know because Canelo's far better than a lot of the guys that Beterbiev's fought, but I just don't see at the minute. It seems it's hard. You know how like before we saw Canelo get beat by Bivol, it's hard to see anyone beating Beterbiev. Beterbiev has got that monster about him where he's just like this guy looks unbeatable, but anyone can be beat. But I don't know if Canelo's big enough. I don't know if Canelo's strong enough, and I don't know. The other thing is like if when Beterbiev lands on Canelo, which he will, right?
Mm-hmm.
How will
Right.
Canelo be able to absorb his shots? Even though he's got a granite chin, we don't know whether he's got a granite chin for Beterbiev. Do you know what I mean? We just don't know because
Mm-hmm.
there's
That's what I'm
a lot
saying.
of question marks on that kind of fight. You know, because I don't feel like we've seen Beterbiev. I mean, we've seen Canelo in the ring with a pressure fighter that hits as hard as Beterbiev. Now, yes, he's been in there with Golovkin, but Golovkin's a 160. We're talking about
Right.
175 guy.
It's a
So I
different
just
world.
don't know. I'd need to see it to
Oh,
kind of make my
oh,
kind of.
I can respect that 120%, but you got to understand, uh, Golovkin sparred bigger cats that say he cracked like a heavyweight. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah.
So I get what y'all saying. Don't get me wrong. I
No.
understand. And by the notion of it, the way you're looking at the thing, you're seeing better be what he's doing to bigger opponents that's bigger than Canelo. You know, like I understand it. I'm not, your opinion is your opinion. It's not me to question that, but I'm just going off of what I see from a Canelo
Mm.
Alvarez and what I hear around the boxing world and things of that nature. So, yeah, but it seems, impossible until you see it done. And
Mm.
Yeah.
some people you have to prove it to, and I don't have no problem with that.
But
I
here's
was
the
no,
thing,
I
though.
was go ahead,
Here's the
Imran.
thing, though, Money Brown. Like, if Canelo had beaten Bivol, Canelo would probably be the favorite in that fight. Do you know what I mean? So that's what I mean. Like,
Hmm.
people are very reactionary to what they see. So now that Canelo's lost to Bivol, no one's gonna give Canelo a chance against Beterbiev. But it's crazy because if Canelo hadn't fought Bivol, I
Hmm.
he say a lot of people would be picking Canelo in that fight, or they'd see it as a 50-50. But now they're saying Canelo's got no chance or no shot, which is kind of funny because I was actually one of them that was actually saying Canelo would beat Beterbiev
Uh-huh.
prior,
Mm.
So I don't know. It's kind of people are very reactionary, fans are very reactionary. So we just don't know. Like, I would love to see that fight. I don't think it's
Oh
gonna
yeah.
happen, to be honest. But
I
Man.
don't. I don't.
Well,
I
well,
don't. I
since
don't
this
like.
thing though,
I
wait, wait,
don't.
wait, but
Yeah.
Imran,
I
I
don't
got a
blame
question
nothing
though.
about that neither.
I got a question though because I know Imran, you had said after the Bivol fight, you said that Bivol was too big and that Canelo shouldn't be fighting at 175, like you said that.
yeah,
So if that was the issue, then why what I'm saying? Would you want to see him go up against a bigger, true 175 pounder with way more power than the Bivol? Like, why would you want to see that?
Well,
I I,
because
I just think
when we look at oh, sorry, you talking now.
no.
Go
Go
ahead,
on, go
Imran.
on,
You
go
were
on.
saying.
You.
Well, I was saying, even in the Bivol fight, and Bivol is not a pillar puncher, right? You never seen Canelo hurt. That's the thing. Like,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
you
He
seen
not a
him
pillow.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah, you seen him outbox at times, right? You seen Canelo, even with Canelo gassing out like he gassed out, right? You would thought, oh well, Biblical going there, he's going to hurt him somewhere down the line, this, that, and third. Like me, honestly, I feel like Canelo misjudged the weight at 175. He went straight up after being at 68, and you fought the number two light heavyweight in the world, fam. And you only fought one person up there in Sergey Kovalev. You didn't go up and give yourself, acclimated time to say, okay, I see that. Damn, I'm gonna get tired through this amount of time with the weight because with Kovalev, we keep it real. Kovalev want the crusher, right? But he was still a damn good world champion. He came off the fight with Anthony Yarde. But once you're going up to weights like that, you gotta go up and you got to judge their weight the right way to see, okay, how long would my body last between so many rounds before I start gassing. And I think Canelo been on showing the power at 68, doing what he's doing to people. I think he thought that style was going to go up and it was going to be effective like he continued to do. And if you listen to Bill, he'll tell you that he's strong. Canelo is strong. It's
He
just that he
very
couldn't
strong.
get through. Yeah, he couldn't get through to my chin. I blocked the shit. So if he'd landed on my chin, probably could have been a different story, right? But he was look at his arm. The boy arm was bruised. So it shows that he got the power. It's just you have to fight the right game plan. You understand what I'm saying? And you must have that stamina together. Like I said, if the stamina is not there, you go in there and you gas out against somebody like Artur Beterbiev. Yes, your ass are you in trouble. That's very dangerous. But if you got your stamina together, you have the right game plan, you go in there, you fight the right fight, Canelo Alvarez can beat him. You know what I
So
mean?
this is the thing. So Bivol isn't, he's not feather fisted, but Bivol does not sit down on his punches. He always is looking to be defensive and get back just in case you throw something back. Like in Canelo, especially with his upper body movement and his chin rolls, like he doesn't take a lot of punches flush if you're not sitting down, and really going aggressive to hit him. Like he's not that super easy to hit per se. But when you look at, Beterbiev, right? He's not gonna be, not sitting down on his punches. He gonna be running straight into Canelo trying to hit him. And like, Canelo was taking shots against Triple G, and in this upcoming fight, he gonna take shots flush against Triple G. Triple G is a 160 pounder. At the end of the day, he a 160 pounder. That 160 is not 175. Beterbiev crumples up 175ers like a piece of paper and throws them away in the trash and says Kobe. That is a whole different world than a Triple G at 160. If Canelo fights Beterbiev, that is going to be a whole nother version of power that he ain't never
Agent
seen
Orange.
in his life. And
Well, you
that
saying
power,
it's a
man, there's just no way, man. That power of Beterbiev, it's just he's a monster, man. Like, and that's anything. That's any division, anything, bro. He's a monster. So
that's
there's
true though,
just
but it still
Bivol,
don't take
not
away
to
from
faint.
Canelo having a granite chin, bro. You see what you going off of, what you seeing with other fighters, and you making the point of okay, Canelo's going to get hurt right off the back. So you assuming that he's going to go in there and once he feel the power of Beterbiev, it's going to be a different situation. He never felt that type of power before. You have to wait and see if that power hurts Canelo Alvarez. That's why we got to say if the chin holds up, if Canelo go in there and that granite chin holds up. I don't think Beterbiev is a IQ is higher than Canelo Alvarez IQ, especially if Canelo can keep that stamina together. It's gonna come down to the stamina. But I'm somebody that do believe that the chin will hold up. Power is power, and if you get hit
Mm.
on the chin flush, and you can take them shots, and like I say, nobody want to get hit, no way. But like you said, Canelo do have a way of face rolling and taking some of the steam off punches, bro. That is an art. You feel me? That is an art. And Arthur Beterbiev is not the fastest cat that he's going to go in there and hit you with some shit that you can't see. You're going to see those punches coming. Yes, they're still going to hurt. But with Canelo Alvarez, I do believe Canelo have a better chin than Joe Smith. And I do believe Canelo have a better chin than probably 75% of the light heavyweight division. You understand what I'm saying? Because them boys they not, I don't want to say that. Like they're not dedicated as Canelo Alvarez, but Canelo, that motherfucker stand in the gym. He do certain things that other fighters don't do. So I believe he has the chin to hold up. So y'all look at it as it's crazy or it's 175, a true 175 pounder. Yeah, but at the same time, if you have an elite fighter like Canelo Alvarez that has the experience, you understand what I'm saying? He can go in there and put down a proper game plan. Canelo have a better, and I believe his chances are better, and I still stand on this, to beat a better beat than Bivol. You understand what I'm saying? So it's something that we have to see, and I believe Canelo Alvarez will do it, bro. I really believe that. He wanted to fight him before, and I still think he want to fight him now. Canelo has that mindset, bro, of wanting to outdo something that you already done. So we will see in the future, though. But right now, we know you got to get past Triple G, which we all believe he will, and after that, we'll see what his next move is going to be, which is not going to be better be right off the bat, right? But we will see. But I do see Canelo at 175 trying to compete for Undisputed. I think that's going to be the. I don't think he'll go to cruiserweight. I think it was an opportunity at cruiserweight, but I think um, his claim to say I'm the greatest Mexican fighter of all time, one of the greatest that ever laced him up, and that's Undisputed at the light heavyweight division. And I do believe he's going to go for it, bro.
But do you think he gets through the Bivol fight? Like the Bivol, he has to get in order for him to become undisputed, he'll need to beat Bivol again. Do you think that's that he'll
Well,
be able to do that?
that comes down to if Bivol and Beterbiev fight first, and one of those guys become undisputed. See what I'm saying? But if it was
Yeah.
to become Dimitri Bivol, once
Mm.
again, he's going to have that stamina has to be on point. That's going to be the whole key for Canelo at 175.
Mm.
Stamina, 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 and that's what he's going to have to work on because like my man saying, like you say, it is a bigger weight class. And if you get through 6 rounds and your stamina is gone, whether it's Bivol or Beterbiev, your ass in trouble. These are facts. But if that stamina can hold up and he can get to that past that 6 round with those boys, with Canelo being Canelo with the experience, I think he gave him a great shot of beating both of them. So yes, he have a good
Imran,
opportunity to come back and rematch him, but he's gonna have to go out there. He's gonna have to, put that stamina down.
Imran, you had said before that you don't think Canelo could fix his stamina problem, or that he won't.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Like, I feel like if there's certain styles that are just that, in my
This
opinion,
man keeps
that's
saying,
Canelo. Like McGregor, look, these guys, right? McGregor was never able to fix his stamina issues, and Canelo's
Mm,
had stamina issues for a pretty long time now. In the Golovkin fight, he ran out of gas. You see him tire certain styles. Canelo likes to rest in fights. Like if you look at Canelo's style,
right.
he likes to take time off. He works in spurts and then likes to have his
mm-hmm,
rest. If you make Canelo work when he wants to rest, he tires. So the problem is when Canelo can't dictate the pace,
Mm,
which he couldn't against Golovkin, because they would make him work when he wanted to work, when he wanted to rest. Sorry, I think Canelo will tire automatically. I don't know how Canelo can fix that stamina issue. I don't know. It's very difficult, and Beterbiev is gonna be a lot tougher because Beterbiev hits harder. He's a pressure fighter, so he's on top of you. So that just yeah, that's just difficult, man. I don't know if Canelo can fix the stamina. It's not the fact that he can't fix his stamina. I don't know whether against that type of style he can fix it
mm-hmm.
because as Money Brown said, you have to be you have to be on. You can't afford to run out of gas against Beterbiev because he'll send you packing. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. That's a fair assessment. I understand what you're saying and what you're saying, but when we look at Conor McGregor and Canelo, two different work ethics. Conor McGregor
Yeah,
smoke, Conor McGregor drinks. We
yeah,
seen
yeah.
Canelo Alvarez here, but I think it's just two different work ethics. And when we look at a
Mm,
situation of having stamina issue inside the ring, it's all about
mm,
pacing yourself, right? That's why I say
mm,
the perfect game plan, but it's all about pacing yourself to get to that second half of the fight, right? And just
mm,
going run the extra mile, or spawn an
mm,
extra 2 rounds, right? When you somebody like a Canelo Alvarez, it's always ways for you to go out there and say, you know what, I'm gonna push it to the limit to make sure my stamina and my conditioning is better. That's all it is. It's conditioning and pushing yourself to that limit to run an extra 2 miles or to put in an extra spawn. You understand what I'm saying? Especially in the
mhm,
boxing game. Okay, it's a 3 minute round where you go out there, you don't spoil because usually people spoil longer rounds than before just to try to fix the stamina issue. Well, guess what? You add an extra minute or two on that sparring section, right? Okay, you run 4 miles, now you got to run 5 miles. It's just about getting the conditioning together on you knowing that okay, I'm going to her to fight this monster. You dig me? So yes, it is ways that you can fix a stamina issue. It's about are you willing to put in the hard work to fix that issue because it's going to take hard work to fix it. So and Canelo is somebody that will challenge himself and understanding what you're going up against, right? People who are great like Canelo Alvarez that continue to do things like this, they will always find a way, bro. They will
mm,
always find a way. And Canelo is one of them fighters that's going to find a way. You feel me? You're going to find a way because, like, okay, I've been in there with Bivol. I seen what I did. I know what I got to do, right? You're going to find a way, bro. They just great like that. Great fighters figure it out, bro. Especially when you got losses already, right? You're like, okay,
mm,
fuck it. What's the use? If I lose, I can take it. But I'm going to go out there and I'm going to do what I got to do to figure it out and find a way, especially if you get another crack at it, bro. And
mm,
Canelo Alvarez, he's been proving that. So, and of course, like I say, Beterbiev is not going to be an easy task at all. So don't make it as if I'm knocking what you're saying or what you're saying is wrong. You know what I'm saying? Because
mm,
it is going to be a tough fucking cookie to crack when you're going up and down
mm,
with the Beterbiev. I just feel like Canelo is one of those fighters that's up for the task, that's up for the challenge, that's not going to get discouraged, and that's going to do everything you got to do to come out victorious, bro.
Monty just got that faith in Canelo. Shout out to
Oh,
Hey
for
Jose
sure,
in the chat.
for sure.
He said, Hey Jose said Canelo's style itself is very draining with how he explodes with punches. And you know what? I wanted to know what y'all thought about that because that's true. like Canelo is, adopted this style that he kind of like you said, Imran, he control that pace, and then when he gets you in a position that he wants you, then he unload with them huge shots, and it's like people start folding under those shots. He loads up on these, crazy strong body shots. You know what I'm saying? And then he has to rest because that's how he fights. He loads up those, grenades. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, do y'all think that like that's true? That because you can't fight a whole fight like Bivol said where you throw only hard punches. Like you're gonna gas out naturally. Nobody can fight that way where you just throw these hard punches all night. Like you're gonna gas out.
That's
Yeah.
that's true, and I feel like B-ball is another one of them fighters too. If you get them past a certain amount of rounds, the power will decrease. It's like you're not going to hit the same in the first round like you want to hit in a 8 to the 12th, which you still got dangerous power if you get caught with it. So like I said, it's all about just weathering the storm, bro. Weathering the storm, but I will say this: you're going to have to make Bivol work as well, right? Just like the same with Canelo Alvarez, you're going to have to make him work to make some of to get some of the stamina up out of his ass, and you're going to have to go to the body. You're going to have to do good body work. We know Canelo got great body work. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's going to be
That's
tough.
it.
But for Canelo's style of fight, yeah, I can respect that. Once you start throwing combinations and shit and trying to get you out of, depending on who you are. You know what I'm saying? Depending on who you are, fam. That's why I always say styles make fights. Depending on who you are, you got to understand what you can do, when you can do it, and what to do and what not to do. You know what I'm saying? So that's the nature of boxing. And like I say, you got to have a perfect game plan for the perfect night. You feel me?
Yeah, I'd have to agree. I think yeah, it's, what, it's still a fight that I want to see down the road. It's still a fight. I think Beterbiev Canelo is still a good fight and one that should probably happen. And the fact that now I think it probably will motivate Canelo more because most people wouldn't give Canelo much of a shot in that fight.
But that's what I'm saying, Imran. Why do you want to see that? Do you want him to take a loss?
No, it's because for me Canelo has an opportunity there now because people won't give him much of a chance in that fight. Whereas before, if Canelo had beaten Beterbiev, people would have said, "Oh, Beterbiev's old." They may still say that just say if he pulls up a win. But at least
Mm.
now, if Canelo goes in there and fights him, he'll get a lot more credit if he was to pull it off. You know what I
That's
mean? It's
true
just the
too.
fact that it's a very difficult fight.
And my man just assumed. He keep assuming, saying, "Do you want to take a loss?" You assume he's going to lose. But that's the thing Emran's saying right now. So by you assuming that, okay, so you want him to take a loss. So when Canelo go in there, and if he do pull it off and become victorious, then guess what? You'll be like, God damn, I didn't see it coming. I didn't
No,
think he can do it. And if
I'm gonna
you're
keep.
if you're
Yeah.
if you're a real man, then you want to give him all the credit in the world. But if you're just a Canelo hater and just somebody that want to see the man do well, you want to make excuses. Because let's keep it real. By the time they do fight, Better Be will have aged a little bit more, right? Because I feel like Canelo career is going to end at 175. It's going to end at 175, But that means it's going to be in a few years, and that means that Better Be would have been and got a lot older, and will he still be the same dangerous Better Be, right? In 2 years, will he still be the same one? Do Bivol knock him off? Like this, just speculation. We don't even know if Bivol knock him off or not, or what happened. But assuming he just continued to be, the dangerous Better Be, he beat Bivol, he's undisputed, or he still have his titles. At that time, they don't fight, and Canelo do fight him. And like I said, if he do beat him, it's always gonna be an excuse for, why Canelo won. But
So
it'll just be like, well, he wasn't supposed to beat him, and he should get extra credit for that shit.
So for me though, I keep the same energy. I never wanted Canelo to go up to 175 to fight Bivol. I never was calling for that. You know what I'm saying? And then after the fight, the Canelo fans were saying, "Well, it's 175. Bivol was just too big." But then, you saying you want him to go back up to 175, and then if he takes another loss, then Beterbiev was just too big. The power was just, there's a reason for weight class. So I'm keeping the same energy from the go. I'm telling you right now, he needs to stay at 168. He's not a 175-pound fighter. He's just not. He's 5'7". Like,
Well, that's your
man.
way of thinking, and that's why Canelo, if he go beat him, that's why Canelo should become the greatest Mexican fighter of all time. Because even though we are outside looking in, you can't tell a fighter what to do or what they shouldn't do, or you too small for this or you too small for that on what you see because of what happened inside the ring. You know, with one fight, when he went up there and beat Kovalev, nobody gave him his credit. Oh, Kovalev was at the edge of the road. He wasn't this. He wasn't that. Then he
Because he
lose to
was.
Bivol. Oh, he's small. No, that's not the point. My thing is he still went up and he had success at 175 and became a world champion. So then, like you say, you keep the same energy. I don't get caught up in what fans say or things of that nature. I get caught up in what you do and what you achieve. So you win one, you lose one. He's 1-1 in championship fights at 175. You can't say, oh well, you're not this or you're not that. So Canelo gonna do what Canelo want to do, right? Whether he go up and fight him or whether he don't. But if he do go up and fight the man, he damn sure have a chance to beat the man. Even though y'all look at it as if Beterbiev is too big, he's too strong. Canelo's too small. He's not going to be able to do this. He's not going to be able to do that. What Emran's saying is okay. It should make it that much more. If he's victorious, it should make it look that much more better. That certain people saying that he had no shot against him, and he go up and he beat the man. Now, if he go up and lose
Yeah.
against the man, I understand what you're saying as well. Don't make us or he was this and that. No, get better because I feel like Bivol should get more credit than he's getting. You understand what I'm saying? He deserves more credit than what he's getting. And if Arthur Beterbiev, he deserves the credit that he should get from being a Canelo Alvarez. You know what I'm saying? So we'll
I see
see.
what you're saying, man. I see what you're saying, man. Imran, do you think Canelo should be chasing greatness, or you think that he should just go ahead at his weight class and fight the people at his weight class, fight Triple G, fight Benavidez, fight Charlo, fight Andre, knock all these dudes off, and that'll be good enough for me. I don't need you to go chase greatness and go up to 175 at 5'7" and try to prove something. Like, I just, what are you saying, Imran? Do you want him to chase greatness or just stay where he at?
It depends on how long Canelo wants to fight for, because you've just named 3 fights. Canelo normally fights them in a year, so he's going to need opponents down the road. Now, as Money pointed out, that he's not fighting Beterbiev straight away. He could fight him in 2 years' time, in 3 years' time. We just don't know, because it's Beterbiev don't look like he's slowing down. Beterbiev still looks strong. He still looks good. So Beterbiev might go on for a while, you know. Beterbiev might go on for a while. So we just don't know when he's gonna fight. Like, it's a possible opponent and a possible fight, but it's a fight where Canelo would get a lot more credit than beating him, than beating any of those guys. The other thing is the other guys that you mentioned, they're also good fighters. They're good. They're tough fights as well. There's no guarantee that Canelo's gonna have a cakewalk with any of them. So at the end of the day, you might as well. If you like, I personally would like to see him fight Beterbiev. I think stylistically it's a good fight. Whether he wins or loses, at the end of the day, sometimes we in my opinion, rather than caring about who wins or loses, we should appreciate the fights and appreciate the fact that we're getting great fights, because at the end of the day, yeah, we support certain fighters and support certain fighters, but at the end of the day, we just want to see great fights as boxing fans. And even if Canelo was to lose to Beterbiev and he puts on a great fight where it's a thriller, right? We'll give him his flowers, for putting up a great fight, because he will be an underdog in that fight if that fight was to happen. So yeah, man, I think for me, you got to look at it the way Canelo looks at it. Canelo wants to be great, right?
There you go.
Look at it and think that I want to fight Beterbiev because he's a bigger challenge than anyone else out there for me right now. And if I beat him, oh my God, I'm the greatest Mexican fighter. I'll be considered one of the greats, one of the greatest. You know what I mean? So Canelo, the way he looks at it as a fighter, he looks at it as a challenge for him. He looks at it as a tough fight for him. Whereas he may not look at Benavidez or Charlo or Andre the same way as he looks at fighting Beterbiev or Bivol. Hence why a lot of people were saying that when he fought Bivol, that it was a cherry pick gone wrong. How do we know it was a cherry pick gone wrong? And how do we know that it wasn't just the fact that he wanted to fight Bivol because he thought that would be a greater win for his legacy? We just don't know.
And not only that though, and we gotta remember when Demon, I don't know what you mean by when you ask Emran, do you want Canelo to chase greatness? You should want every fighter to chase greatness.
No.
But
When I say the chase greatness thing, because that's what, when he went up there and he took that L to Bivol, that's what came out from the Canelo fans. And that's what came out was, oh, well, we need to give Canelo props for chasing greatness and fighting somebody as great at Bivol at a higher weight class. So there's on the one hand, a champion in their weight class should fight the other champions or the other great competition in their weight class. That's what normal boxing
Yeah.
boxers
Well, we
champions do.
know that's
But
true, but we know
Canelo, he wants to chase
Canelo was
greatness and
undisputed.
go to other weight classes. So that's what I'm
True.
saying.
And you gotta remember, shit, he was the undisputed champion at 68. So
But
a
he
lot of
ain't fight
people,
David Benavidez though.
but see, wait a minute, hold on. But see, that's what people will say. That's why people will be like, oh well, he didn't fight David Benavidez. It doesn't matter,
Right?
bro. He was undisputed. Like he has all the titles. So
It do
the
matter.
no, hold on. Let me finish, bro. It is not a difference if you look at Bivol and you look at Dave. Because I hear people with this all the time, fam. When you look at when you look at Bivol, you look at David Benavidez, and you look at Jamal Charlo, right? The people that they put out there, because basically everybody wants to see Canelo fight Jamal Charlo and David Benavidez now, right? First it was Jamal Charlo and Demetrius Andrade. Now it's Jamal Charlo and David Benavidez. But you can't put Jamal Charlo and David Benavidez over Dimitri Bivol. You understand what I'm saying? I have people that'll tell you, oh, well, Bivol is a way better fighter than Jamal Charlo. And then Canelo go and fight him. Oh, well, we didn't want to see him fight him. We want to see him fight Jamal Charlo. Well, a great fight is a great fight, whether if it's the fight you want to see or not. So when people be like, oh, well, he's not fighting David Benavidez. He didn't fight David Benavidez at 168, but he's going up to fight Bivol or Beterbiev. Okay, we can look at Bivol and Beterbiev as a more dangerous fighter or just as dangerous as a Benavidez fight who's younger than Canelo. And if Canelo was to beat him, people might come out with excuses. Oh, well, David Benavidez is young, this, that, and the third. Not saying you, right? But
Yeah.
it's never going to be good enough for Canelo Alvarez. But what I'm saying is if you already have all the titles at 68, people can't get pissed off if the man say, well, guess what? I just came out the division. Well, you didn't fight David Benavidez. Listen, it wasn't his fault that David Benavidez lost his title, right? That's David Benavidez's fault. And my guy interviewed David Benavidez, and he agreed to that. But you heard David, you heard Jamal Charlo, you heard them type of fighters say that, oh, well, Canelo is not ducking us, right? This is a business. And not only that, even fighting the fighters that he's fighting is still great competition. You understand? But you'll have other people saying, well, he's ducking this fighter, he's ducking that fighter. Now, do I want to see him fight Charlo? I was campaigning for the Charlo fight over the Bivol fight, right? Do I want to see him fight David Benavidez? Yes. Or I'm pissed off that he fight a Bivol? No. Would I be pissed off if he go up and fight a Beterbiev? No. A great fight is a great fight. A dangerous fight is a dangerous fight. I think people get caught up in the popularity, right? When we say Charlo and David Benavidez are more popular than those two fighters, that's facts, right? They're in America, Mexican American, you got an African American in America, right? They doing their thing, so of course they're going to be more popular. Is it a more dangerous fight or is it more better fight? No, we can't say on a competitive stage. No, and Canelo Alvarez knows that. And not only that, Canelo was going to fight Bivol when the Caden Plant fight looked like it was going to break down. So I always knew that Bivol was in a hunt for a Canelo Alvarez fight. It's just like people just got to keep the same energy, bro. But people like to discredit Canelo Alvarez because he don't fight fights that they want to see at that time. And I'm not mad, right? Fans are fans of boxing. People want their pound of flesh. I get it, fam. But you can't discredit the man because he haven't fought one fighter that you want to see him fight. And even the fighters that they want to see him fight, these motherfuckers haven't even fought each other. You understand what I'm saying? So, we got to keep the same energy. But I still want to see all these fights go down. I believe Canelo Alvarez will fight the PBC boys. But it's not, you can't fault him for going up and fight tougher competition and daring to be great at different weight classes because that's exactly what it is. And people get that misconstrued as because people say that Canelo is daring to be great, that other fighters aren't daring to be great. And that's what I don't like. I don't like for people to down one fighter to try to big up the next fighter. And that shit goes on a lot in boxing nowadays.
Yeah. What would you say to that, D?
Okay. So the issue is with it. I mean, and it's your opinion, and it makes sense. I see what you're saying. I understand. The issue that we have with this is that clean up your side of the street. Yes, did David Benavidez have a belt? No. Does that mean that he didn't have a belt before? That he didn't lose it on the scale? That he wasn't a champion at 168? That he was not at the time the best fighter at 168? Does that just because he didn't have a belt at the time, he lost it on the scale? Does that mean that he wasn't the best fighter at 168? No, he lost it on the scale. Nobody beat him. He's undefeated. He is the best person at 168. Caleb Plant loses that fight. Callum Smith would have lost the fight. Billy Joe would have lost that fight. Now, and you could debate about that, but
There
most
you go.
people would
You
say,
assume that, but go ahead,
now,
go.
I know. But most people would say that Benavidez is better than those three. Most people would agree that he's better than those three. So, Canelo, you need, if you're chasing greatness, we're not talking about you being undisputed, but if you're going to chase greatness, you want to prove how great you are, then you have to fight him at your division. You can't say, oh, I want to chase greatness by going up to another division when you haven't fought who a lot of people consider to be the best person at your division, and it doesn't look like ducking.
Well, who was the number one fighter at the super middleweight division, bro?
It
The
was
number one
Callum
fighter,
Smith.
Callum Smith. There you go.
It was
Thank you,
Callum
my
Smith.
brother.
No, but I'm
Thank
saying,
you. I know what you're saying, right? But what people say don't make it a fact. You understand what I'm saying? So the number one fighter was Callum Smith, who just won, right? The Super Series, right? It was the tournament that went on. He won the tournament, and Callum Smith was the number one guy. He was number one. These are facts, right? I understand what you're saying, but the facts are Callum Smith was the number one guy. Canelo went out there and beat Callum Smith, and he won the title. Now, did I agree at the time? And I'm gonna have an interview with Mauricio Sudamon. We go sit down. We go talk about these things. Did I agree at the time? Them putting the WBC strap in there for Canelo and Callum Smith. I didn't agree with that. Right? I felt like um, it should have went to the guy that was at number one. I think at the time, um, the real boy, Anthony Darrell, and Kyron Davis was fighting each other. I thought it should have been put in that one because they were saying that they wanted Anthony Darrell and my guy to run it back after Yurgen. So I thought it should have went to Anthony Darrell and Kyron Davis, and that fight ended up being a draw. Right? That shit didn't live up to the hype, no way. So, but they're gonna. We know the sanctioning body's gonna always want a piece of the big pie. So they put it in there with Canelo and Callum Smith, which I didn't agree, but I wasn't too pissed off at it because it was a vacant title now that the boy has lost, right? And they
But
knew
but did
Canelo
you
was
but
right
did
there,
you
right?
think that Callum Smith was better than David Benavidez? You personally, I want to know Monty's opinion. Do you
Me,
think that
me
he was
personally,
better
at that time,
than?
yes, I
Yes.
did. Yes,
Okay.
because
You
Callum
still
Smith,
think so?
yes, I still think
What
so because
you still think? You
this
still
right.
think Callum Smith's better than David
Yes,
Benavidez?
yes, yes, I
Okay.
do. I don't, because let me tell you, David Benavidez never beat Callum Smith, first of all, and David Benavidez. When we look at the competition that he fought, I believe Callum Smith would beat the same competition that David Benavidez. David Benavidez haven't fought anything tough yet. You see what I'm saying? We give him credit for beating the shit out of David Lemieux. We get him credit for beat and shouts out to my dog. I interviewed him, Ronald Ellis, who was tough with him, right? It's not like he went out there and faced tough competition to where we can really say he stands out. People looking at his style and the way he fight, he's aggressive. He go out there, he knocked out David Lemieux in X amount of rounds, but we still got to look at the people he fought, bro. He go rounds with these dudes. And he gassed him out. Like people looking at David Benavidez as this big time puncher, but when we look at his style, bro, he wear you down. He's a big body. And once you can't hurt him, he'll pressure you and he'll get you out there. He stops some people on their feet. So to the naked eye, he don't really scare me as that big time puncher like he do with other people. We just seen Callum Smith go up to 175 and almost kill a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So yes, I wanted to see Callum Smith and David Benavidez fight. Callum Smith is a tall, long-rangey person that can fight, and I feel like got more skills than David Benavidez. David Benavidez might be a more pressure fighter and throw more punches than Callum Smith. But we can't look at David Benavidez because Callum Smith only lost to Canelo Alvarez. That's his only loss, fam.
Okay. David
You feel me?
Benavidez is
So,
undisputed though.
okay, I'm
So
saying
who?
David Benavidez is not undisputed. Now,
I mean,
what I'm
he's
saying is,
undefeated. I'm saying. My
yeah,
bad.
he's undefeated. I know, that's what I'm saying. But we still got to look at Callum Smith and say he only lost to Canelo, fam. So when we look
Okay,
at
he
the
ain't lost to nobody either. So what we saying?
I get you on that, but my thing is, you asked me, do I still feel like Callum Smith is better than David Benavidez? And I say yes, because
Yep.
Canelo Alvarez is tougher than anybody that David Benavidez fought. You know what I'm
And
saying?
Callum Smith got
And
waxed.
yeah, he got waxed. And who's to
So
say
they
that?
don't. It
Oh,
don't
wait a
like
minute,
just
wait a
because
minute.
you got
Who?
waxed by a
What?
good
No,
fighter
hold
don't
on.
make you
Let me
better
say
than
this,
me.
bro. Let me say this. So who's to say that if David Benavidez was to fight Canelo Alvarez, he don't get his ass waxed? Y'all looking at his style and this, that, and the third, right? They said the same thing about Billy Joe. Then Canelo beat him. He's a nobody. Motherfuckers talking
That's
about
yeah.
Caleb Plant. What it did this, Caleb Plant was go do that. Then Canelo go beat his ass. They turn to nobodies. Only when Canelo beat these dudes, they become nobodies, right? We had Andre Ward picking motherfucking Caleb Plant to knock Canelo out, right?
That's
So
because they
it's
homies,
just
but
like,
yeah.
yeah, I get what you're saying, but I'm just saying in general. So, but when Canelo beat him, Andre Ward don't even congratulate the man. So it's like people gonna always have they perceptions on what they're looking at and what they see. You know what I'm saying? So okay, the perception right now is people saying David Benavidez knock out a David Lemieux, who we can say is a 160 pounder, right? People say Triple G 160 pounder, right? He beat a Ronald Gavin, and that end up, some people thought beat him in one fight. So we look at the level of competition. You're doing what you're supposed to do. It don't take away from who he is. Some people like the eye test. Some people look at the resumes. So I can't really jump David Benavidez over Callum Smith like that. Of course, he's undefeated. You got to think about it. Callum Smith never fought Canelo. He'll still be undefeated. So until we see David Benavidez fight Canelo, and I get what you're saying on that, to see if he can do better than Callum Smith, I can't really say that he's this, that, and the third. But yes, he still has his O. And to the perception of Mike Tyson calling him the Mexican monster, and people saying this, that, and the third, it's gonna make him look like this and that until he fight some tough competition. I give him credit because he want to fight everybody. Even if when I seen him tell David Morrell, let's get it on, and Edgar Berlanga, he has that young man blood right now when you're coming up in your younger 20s that you want to prove yourself and you want to beat everybody, along with being a two-time WBC super middleweight world champion, right? You lost both of them because of you. I take nothing away from that. But I just can't put him over, a Callum Smith like that, and I
All
haven't
right.
really seen nothing from him yet.
All right, so Monty and Imran, I want your opinion on it too. So this is the thing though, Monty. You can't say that you think Callum. You can say it, but it's circular reasoning if you say, "Oh, well, Callum Smith is better than David Benavidez because Callum Smith fought Canelo and lost." Like, you know what I'm saying? That what does that prove? That he had a belt and he lost to Canelo? Like that proves that he's better than David Benavidez? It don't.
No, what I said was, you asked me, do I still think he's a better fighter than David Benavidez? I said yes, right?
Yeah, why?
Because he lost, because he haven't, David Benavidez haven't beat him, right? And when I look at
Okay,
the
but he
level of
hasn't he
competition,
hasn't
let me
beat
say
he
this.
hasn't beat David Benavidez either.
That's true. But when I look at the level of competition, right? When I look at the level of competition, I can't look at David Benavidez and say he did so much more to stand apart from a Callum Smith besides have his O. I'm a guy that I don't praise O's, homie. Right? So when I see that you're an undefeated fighter, people are gonna say, okay, what have you done? Who have you fought?
Who
Right?
did
So
Callum Smith
when
beat though that would make him
and,
so
and
much
that's
higher
why I
than
said,
David Benavidez?
but I still feel like he fought better competition. That's just me.
Who?
Right? But when I look at the situation and I say, okay, what has he done to prove to me and who has he beat? So I'm
Who is
looking at it.
Callum Smith
Wait a
beat?
minute, hold on. I'm looking at it, right? I'm looking at it as until David Benavidez can beat Callum Smith, and could he beat him? Yes, he had the skill set to beat him. But until I see him beat him, I can't really say that he's that much more better than a Callum Smith, bro. Right? Because can y'all hear me?
Yeah,
My
yeah, yeah.
shit, my
Yeah.
shit buzzing, and I think my phone going dead. Yeah, so when I see that situation, he got to show me. He have to show me, and I understand what you're saying. Like you're saying, they got to show you. But if you want to put David Benavidez up there because of what you see, his style of fighting, because I'm gonna ask you this: the people on David Benavidez's resume, do you think Callum Smith can beat everybody on his resume?
Yeah. Like
And and and,
he'd have a good chance, yeah.
and I would agree with the same
But I
with
want to
that.
ask you a question. The
Yeah,
people on
I would
on
agree.
Callum Smith's resume, do you think
Yes,
David
I do.
Benavidez beat
I
them?
do. I do
Okay, so
believe
where
he
are we
can beat
going?
him, right?
That's what
So,
I'm saying.
but when I
You're
look
driving
at
in
the
that parking
style,
lot.
no, we're not driving in the parking lot because you gotta listen to me, bro. When I look at the styles, I feel like Callum Smith has a better skill set and a better style than David Benavidez.
In what way?
David Benavidez come forward. He just want to wear you down. He want to maul you down, and then he want to try to knock you the fuck out. I feel like Callum Smith has a more boxing style that set up his punches that get your ass up out of there. You understand what I'm saying? Now, like I said, the only thing that can separate that is you're going to say he got a loss. And my thing was he lost to Canelo Alvarez, right?
Yeah, no,
He
because
lost to
that's not
Canelo,
what I'm saying. No, that's
right?
not. No, that you never asked me why I think David Benavidez is better. But
No. I'm saying your thing is because you said that you said that because you said, well, You saying that Callum Smith lost to Canelo, and you can't say that's the reason why he's better. I'm saying that's why I think it. His only loss is to Canelo, the man at
Well,
168. And I feel
David
like,
Benavidez don't have none though.
okay, so if David Benavidez was to fight Canelo, who would you fight? Like, who's the favorite in that fight?
Bro, that's gonna be a close fight. Much closer
No,
than
no,
Callum
no. I'm
Smith,
saying
in
right
my
now.
opinion.
I'm saying who's the favorite in the fight?
Oh, of course it's gonna be Canelo.
It's gonna be Canelo, right?
He's undisputed at 168.
So that's my thing, right? So everybody
Yeah.
feel like, okay, Canelo is favored over all these dudes. Canelo is favored over Billy Joe. Canelo is favored over Callum Smith. He's favored over Caleb Plant, right? So that
He's
means if
favored over
Canelo,
Bivol.
so over Bivol, right? So I'm just saying, if he was to beat all these dudes, right? Let's just say he beat Callum Plant, he beat, and I know he got to do it, right? You got to do it. But if he's favored to beat a Caleb Plant, he's favored to beat a Callum Smith, and he's favored to beat David Benavidez, right? And when we're looking at the division, now what are they going to do to separate themselves to say who's better than the next? Because it's not going to come down to a Canelo Alvarez to say if David Benavidez is better than Callum Smith or not. It's going to come down to Callum Smith and David Benavidez facing each other, which probably don't happen at 68 because Callum Smith then moved up, right? But when we look at how Callum Smith handled his business leading up to the Canelo fight, and we're looking at David Benavidez, right? I like Callum Smith handling his business better. You understand? That's just me. You might like David Benavidez style, but I like Callum Smith business better, fam. I feel like he's a better fighter, you know? And I feel like I was edging him against the David Benavidez. And that's a fight that we'll have to see if David can beat him or not. But that's
I
why I
respect.
feel like Callum Smith is
Yeah,
better than David Benavidez.
I respect the opinion. I respect the opinion.
So
Imran, I don't want to take over your stream, bro.
no worries,
Oh
man.
shit,
No worries.
Emran enjoying this shit.
Yeah, it's good back and forth. Yeah, man. I think both of you got points though. I like to see Canelo fight Benavidez. I like to see that fight. To be honest with you, it's a good fight. But again, I don't know. I don't know. Canelo can't fight them all. You know what I mean? He can't fight them all. That's why I want to see Benavidez fight Charlo as well. But I don't know. This seems like the only way these guys are gonna get in with someone is if Canelo fights them, rather than them fighting all the other top guys. And that's what's frustrating with these guys, that a lot of these guys are waiting for Canelo rather than making their own moves. I would say this: I think Andrade and Benavidez are trying to make their moves. I think Charlo's just looking for the Canelo payday at this point.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
and I don't know what's going on with Munguia. I think Munguia needs to fight some of these top guys as well. Munguia needs to fight, someone as well. He's very protected at this point. So yeah, what do you guys
Right.
think, man? Why are these guys not getting in with each other? What's the reason behind them not fighting each other?
Man,
Like I said last time, Imran, I think it's that Mayweather effect. It's that them dudes
Yeah,
Charlo care more about that than he
yeah,
care about his legacy or any type of greatness. That is meaningless to me.
yeah,
Meaningless. But
mhm.
he think that gives him status or some type of like, yeah, I'm an undefeated champion. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, it don't, man. You're not fighting nobody. Nobody cares. And then you want a Canelo payday, bro? Go sit down. Charlo is annoying, man. So we don't claim him on this side for sure. But yeah, that's what I think it is. And I think as far as Munguia, like you were saying, Imran, you kind of enlightened me to this. De La Hoya don't have a lot of fighters as a promoter. So
yeah,
it's like he know that Munguia, anybody, most people agree that Munguia, he just really got some wrinkles, man. When it comes to like that elite competition, like I don't know if he could stand up against, like Andrade and those type of guys, Golovkin or
mhm,
something. Man, like bro, he might get put down, and that would be the end of it, And De La Hoya don't want that, because that's the end of the payday, that's the end of the money, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think that's why, man. I think it's promotion, and I think it's just dudes caring about that stupid.
Yeah, I
mhm,
agree. I agree. I feel like everybody wants to pay, and I say this all the time, bro, because I get pissed off at people, right, that want to sit up and say things like, "Oh, well, people want this fighter to knock off this fighter. They all need to do this." Like, for instance, right, we had fucking Charlo and Demetrius Andrade at 160 pounds, two world champions, right, and the fight didn't take place. when it should have took place, because you got to do something to stand out, fam. They want the payday. They feel like they can only make their name off Canelo Alvarez, right? Or if they feel like if they lose to Canelo Alvarez, oh well, it won't hurt as much, right? Okay, we got a payday, and it's Canelo, right? You want to run and be in Canelo history so bad that they don't want to make their own history. And that's why I can respect the David Benavidez, because he is going out there trying to make the fights happen with everybody. Of lately, Demetrius Andrade, he has been trying to make the fights with everybody. But you know, when it come down to Jamal Cholo, it's just trying to get the big fucking payday, which I tell people all the time. If him and Andrade would have fought, they would have got a nice payday, bro. And you could have made your own history, right? Who knows how good that fight would have been? Sometimes you can go out there and fight another top competitor, and in this case, another world champion, and do better and make more buzz than a fighter that you're fucking chasing. You get what I'm saying? So if you was to fight Demetrius Andrade, y'all could have went out there and probably did something where we can be like, no, what, we need to see that again, bro. Like that was so fire. We want to see it again. To where now, guess what? Canelo got to turn his head around and be like, ooh, that's a lot of buzz going that way now, right? Now you got to turn around and look, be like, God damn. Similar to Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder. We wanted to see Anthony Joshua and Wilder fight. The shit never happened. Guess what? Wilder went and fought Fury. A lot of buzz to where they had to say, damn, now we got to get Anthony Joshua to the US of A. Now, you know what I'm saying? The person you fight, you can make their ass turn around, and now they looking at you. And that's why you got to do things to set yourself apart. So when they get to praise the most, like my man say, the Mayweather effect, they want to praise that old. They don't want to let it go unless they feel like they're getting paid a lot of fucking money, or it's up against a Canelo Alvarez, to where if you lose, people want to look at it as two bags. They're like, well, guess what? It's Canelo. You're supposed to lose, or some shit
and
like
you're gonna
that.
get a lot of money.
Yeah, so you know they do those type of things, bro, and they don't try to go out there and make their own history. They get caught up in the bullshit. They get caught up in it. They get caught up in the fanery, and fans or gotta blame the fans as well. Because soon as somebody take a loss, or he's a bum, he's a nobody, right? Or we knew this, or we knew that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, god damn, if the fight could have went either way, right? Like, wow, like you never know what type of fight you're gonna put up. It's not that you lose, it's how you lose, fam. You know what I'm saying? It ain't that you lose, it's how you lose. But some of these fighters, they don't have that mindset, bro. Some of these fighters, they just want to go out there. They want to get the big paydays. Some of them feel like they bigger than what they really are, right? They feel like, oh, well, guess what? I'm this, I'm that. And that take away from it till it comes to the point to where, you know, if you ain't on the same side of the street to where you got a promoter that's forcing you guys to fight each other, you know, you can use that shit, or, well, you know, he's not pulling in this, or he's not pulling in that, or he's not this, or he, you know, so all that shit plays a part in it, man. And you know, it's boxing to where politics will always be here, and it's fucked up, but you know, it mess up the game, bro. But these fighters, they gotta have the heart to want to go out there and do what they gotta do to give us the biggest and the best fights out there.
And that's what Tyson Fury doing too with that $500 million stuff. What is wrong with you, boy?
You don't want
what did he say about $500 million?
Because he wants 500 million to fight Usyk, the winner of Usyk and Joshua.
Tyson Fury said that. $500 million.
Yes.
Boy, you ain't generating no goddamn money like that. You better sit down and one fight.
One fight.
Boy, you crazy out your mind, Tyson Fury. You must be back on that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You gotta be back on it, brother. You talking about $500 million for a fight that ain't gonna even generate $100 million? Are you crazy?
Crazy,
boy.
Bro. On that
Fury wants to be paid, man. He wants to be paid some crazy money to come back to fight Usyk.
Fury trying to get some oil money.
But that's ridiculous, Emron. You should be chasing greatness, man. You should want to fight to prove that you the best. You talk about you the king and all this stuff. Well, then prove it. You know what I'm saying? You be Wilder, you the king now. Okay.
Right. That boy said 500 million.
Well, I thought people were saying Wilder was no good prior to Fury fighting him. And then all of a sudden Fury becomes greater than Ali for beating Wilder. And I rated Wilder, to be honest. I always thought Wilder was good. And he is good.
Yeah.
But the thing is like you can't criticize make out like Fury's the greatest heavyweight of all time by beating Deontay Wilder.
Right.
You know, if you trash Deontay Wilder is a good fighter. But at the end of the day, people, I feel like they have narratives. I don't know. I want to see Fury fight Usyk and the winner of Usyk Joshua. I don't know if we will get it though. I don't know. I don't
Bro, you
know.
Yeah,
need to fight him, man. You need to fight him.
yeah, bro. I don't know though. Like with Fury and with the Dan Kinahan shit going on right now, bro. I really don't know how far, like how long Fury will really want to be in the game like that. You know what I'm saying? Fury wanna. I hate when they do things like that and then they get some power, but then they want to abuse it. You see what I'm saying? Like you
Mm.
want to abuse it and you want to say like, I that's my first time hearing that. That boy asked for 500 million. Like that's still mind boggling to me. You ask for $500 million and he probably be dead ass serious, right?
I
Come
think
on,
he's
you want
serious.
$500 million to fight a man that ain't gonna generate 100 million. Like Usyk ain't this like Usyk a hell of a fighter, but Usyk is not this rock star, homie. Right? Like,
Mm.
don't get me wrong. Like Anthony Joshua, before Anthony Joshua took the loss, Anthony Joshua could have been somebody like he still is a big fighter,
Mayweather.
but before, yeah, like exactly, bro. To the point to where Joshua probably could have outdid Mayweather. Like, and it might sound crazy, but
Mm.
when you selling out the arena, like you putting 80,000 people in there, bro.
Yeah.
If Anthony Joshua would have beat Deontay Wilder, oh
Yeah.
my God, bro, and became undisputed, Joshua would be a fucking rock star. He might be the biggest. I ain't gonna say because of people stealing pay per views nowadays, right?
Mm.
But he would have been up there with breaking pay per view records, bro. He would have broke some pay per view records, but
I,
he took the losses and things of that nature. But with Fury, now Fury talking about that, like you probably could have got close to 200 million, and you would have to split that. Like I'm just saying, in all totality, with a undefeated Fury and Anthony Joshua, probably up to 200 million. But even with 500, bro, you know how much? Like that's with Mayweather and Pacquiao. I think they generated like 300 plus. Like,
mm.
boy, you have to really be on a crazy level to generate $500 million in one fight. That's just not gonna happen, bro. Like what Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather did, we wanted that fight so bad, bro, so bad, and it generated over the years with Manny Pacquiao putting in so much work to be an 8 division world champion, Floyd Mayweather 5 division world champion. These are two Hall of Fame fighters, two going down in history as all time greats that
All right.
we was willing to say at the ages they was at to pay 99 for the fight, and it did what it did, bro. Man, Tyson Fury got to be out of his mind, bro. Like you really have to be back on that Shinola, man, because ain't no way you talking about you want $500 million just for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, boy, like that's yeah, that's crazy talk. That's crazy talk.
Those
But that's what they do, man. When they get a little power, they start abusing. They start thinking they're bigger than what they really are, and things start going crazy like that. Fury can even get into the U.S. right now with the Dan Kinahan situation. You dig me? And I'm not the type to sit and bash Dan Kinahan. I know a lot of people out there bashing him. Like and like I'm a street dude, so I can't really say nothing bad about Dan Kinahan, what he doing and shit like that, right? His business is his business. He doing what he's doing, but it's just crazy to ask for $500 million, bro.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's crazy money, man. I don't even. The thing is, like with Joshua, I think I agree with what you're saying, man. Joshua could have been huge, but I just don't think Joshua. Obviously, you have to keep winning. I don't know whether Joshua has. I don't think Joshua is at that level. I think Joshua is a massive name and a huge, commercially massive. His brand name is huge. I just don't know whether he's as good a fighter. Do you know what I mean? I think like if
yeah,
someone Usyk had that kind of commercial power, I think it would be different. Do you know what I mean?
hmm
yeah. That's a fact. But Joshua took a hit though. His brand took a hit with them two L's.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
I
and
don't think
they were
he
quite
can get
bad
back to
else
that
as well.
status. Yeah, I don't think he getting knocked out. Yeah, I don't think. Well, no, he got knocked out once and he took a loss. But I don't think he can get back. I don't think he can get that. I ain't gonna say he can't, right? Because like I said, it depends on the fighters. But he don't really have the fighters there to really build like Tyson Fury right there. If he was to beat Usyk, get his
Mm,
titles back, and then fight Tyson Fury and beat Tyson Fury, that might can get that status back up there. But he have to plan out just like that. You have to beat Usyk, get your titles back, and then you got to beat Tyson Fury. You know what I'm saying? You can't go no in betweens. You got to become undisputed at the heavyweight division, and then that might can get looked past. And even with that, you know what I'm saying? What do you have next after that? Because the heavyweight division ain't that deep like that to really have star power. You know what I mean? Like you need somebody else with some star power to generate what you're looking for. And at the heavyweight division, right, you got some up and comings that can probably be potential star power, but you don't really have the star power there for real. You know what I'm saying? And with Anthony Joshua being from the UK, you know, and Deontay Wilder being from the US, that thing was crazy and how the build up was going. Two undefeated fighters that was knocking out fighters, but you need somebody that can generate as well. That you can, you need a dance partner. You need a dance partner, and I don't think it's too many dance partners out there for him.
Yeah, I'd agree. I don't think there's any dance partners. There's not a lot. I think there's Wilder. I'd like to see Joshua Wilder still. Good fight.
That's a
Good
good
fight.
one. Jared Anderson.
Yeah, Jared Anderson, he building up though. Like he's still building them up. He got
He
a
not
good
there
name.
yet. Yeah.
Yeah, like he's still, but he got the pizzazz. He got the attitude. He kind of um he's marketable, but he's out there like promoting himself. Like he can talk, but he still got to get up there and see if he can pan out to be. You know what I'm saying? What it is. You got to get the big names out there. There's some names out there from the fight. The Sanchez is the, even though Effa Jabba took the L, the Effa Jabba was the fights like that. To put yourself on the market. So he got some building to do, but he could be that next U.S. heavyweight star. Jared Anderson, Big Baby Anderson, yeah. Because Big Baby Miller, Lord knows about him.
Yeah, Miller ruined his career.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what Miller's coming back now. I think Miller's fighting again.
Yeah, I think his little 2-year suspension is up.
Yeah. So he's fighting again. Andy Ruiz and Luis Ortiz are fighting.
I like that fight. I like that
Who
fight a lot.
wins, do you reckon?
I got to edge Andy in that one, man. Look, I like Luis Ortiz a lot. I still think he still got the puncher power, right? If he catch you. But after seeing what Charles Martin did to him, put him down like that, I don't think he got the punch resistance. Like right now, I think age has caught up with him. I think the Wilder knockouts has caught up with him, right? I just think, and we know Andy can go down as well. That's the thing about Andy. But as long as Andy's in shape, bro.
That's what I'm saying. He gotta be in shape.
Yeah, he got to be in shape. As long as he in shape, and he can, look out for that left from Luis Ortiz, because like Charles Morton, like he supposed to knock Andy Luis ass out. He supposed to win that fight. But I just feel like if Andy's in shape, with Andy having the speed that he got, and still like he got the youth, I feel like Andy should win that fight. But he have to look out for that power of King Kong. That's for anybody right now. You just gotta look out for the left hand and the power or Luis Ortiz, and him get the bounce, and he's setting it up, and him being a southpaw that can sneak in there and they can put you down, they can put you out. So if he can look out for that left hand and use his speed, I feel like Andy Ruiz probably he might knock King Kong out, and that might be the last time we see Luis Ortiz.
Yeah, I know. I think King Kong made a big mistake. He had the opportunity of fighting Anthony Joshua, and then he didn't take that fight. He got offered like $10 million.
His team screwed him out of that, right? And that's why he came out. He said that, oh my God, like, bro, how can you pass up the opportunity?
It's crazy.
Of the biggest fight of your career, the biggest payday of your career, because they trying to squeeze some extra millions out. And I think it was like an extra $2 million or something. And y'all blew, like the team straight blew it. He came out, he spoke on it, and he was pissed off about it. And then look what happened. Andy Ruiz come and take the opportunity, and Andy overnight become a little rock star. You know what I'm saying? Overnight he became a rock star for knocking out Anthony Joshua, bro. And that could have been your opportunity. And I looked at that time, I looked at King Kong as a more dangerous fighter than Andy Ruiz, bro. At that time. Yeah.
Yeah, I think some people say that PBC didn't allow it because PBC wanted him to fight Deontay Wilder again. So they were saving him for that fight.
That's negative, bro. That's negative. Andy Ruiz team blew that. They tried to squeeze extra money up out of Eddie Hearn because they knew Eddie Hearn needed an opponent. You know what I mean? We know what happened with Big Baby Miller. They was coming to America. They didn't want to scrap the event. So what they tried to do was steal an extra couple millions. And Eddie Hearn was like, nah, y'all got me fucked up. Like, we already giving y'all the highest payday of y'all career, $10 million, bro. And then with Big Baby Miller, bro, I would take a $10 million ass whooping any day. I'd take a $500,000 ass whooping right now, bro. You blew a $10 million payday because you didn't want to lose or feel like you was going to lose, right? After talking all that stuff, And listen, this is something Big Baby know. This is not me talking behind his back. I'm cool with Big Baby, bro. I'm cool with him. He
Mm.
jumped in my live stream. I plus got an interview with him, which it didn't happen because I know how he feel. How he feel. Feel like people go tear his ass up, which rightfully so. You got to take the fire, bro. You put it on yourself. You got to take the fire. But bro, you understand? If I was your family member, bro, I would be kicking you all up the ass. I would be dogging you out because, bro, that was a $10 million payday. That's life changing money. That's the biggest money you're going to ever make. I'm not gonna say ever in your life because I don't know how your life going to pan out. But to that point, that's the biggest payday of your career, bro. And you went out there and blew it because you're afraid to take an ass whooping. Oh my God, boy. Oh, and I know Andy Ruiz. I mean, sorry, Luis Ortiz feeling as well, but he was able to get two Deontay Wilder fights for him to bounce back. But that's crazy, bro. That's crazy to me.
Definitely crazy. Imran, before I go soon, I wanted to ask you. So I was thinking, so if you had your top 10 pound for pound list, did you have Bivol and Beterbiev on there?
Yeah, man. I think they should be. I think they should be on there. I think Beterbiev should be on there. He's got 3 belts, and
Okay,
he's destroyed two champions, man. He's just destroyed two champions easily. So Beterbiev needs to be on the pound for pound list,
right,
and Bivol just beat the pound for pound king.
right. So
So
so do you have them above Devin Haney?
uh, I don't know. That's a tough one because Devin Haney's undisputed, man. He beat
Right.
Cambodia. I don't know, man. That's a good. Yeah, I don't know. What do you say, Money?
I'm not really that big on pound for pound, bro. Right?
Yeah,
Like
neither am I that
I'm
much.
yeah, cause like it's out people. Everybody got different criteria when it comes to pound for pound, bro. And then everybody got they ways of looking at it. Like your pound for pound list is your pound for pound list, right? It's like I said all the time. You don't get an extra 5 million. You don't get a belt. You don't get this. You don't get that for being on the pound for pound list. But sometimes it is good to see the top guys in boxing to get them that recognition that they deserve and things of that nature. And right now, Artur Beterbiev with 3 scraps should be on everybody pound for pound list. I feel like Devin Haney should be on there. It's a lot of people I feel like should be on there, but it's only 10 spots, and it's hard, man. It's hard because everybody criteria be different. But everybody I feel like that's holding 3 scraps and that's undisputed, they should be on there. That's just my opinion. So it is what it is. But I'm not too heavy on the pound for pound list because as soon as you make your list, like I'm not going to criticize D for his list. I'm not going to criticize you for your list or the next man because oh man, how can you put him over? Or, what? Oh, you're crazy, and that pound for pound shit, that shit get tricky, bro. It get tricky. So, and then I don't know, bro. It just get tricky, bro. So I don't even do pound for pound lists for real. Like I never even did a video saying who my pound for pound fighter was or things of that nature because I don't know, fam. I don't know, but I know the people that be trying to hate on it, Nui, like that shit kind of get to me a little bit because and Nui is a 4 division world champion if I'm not mistaken, 4 or 3.
I think he's
But
3.
the way he take out his opponents, he go up to every division and fighting the top cats, and now everybody want to keep saying, "Oh, Inouye should fight Stephon Fulton." No, Stephon Fulton has a fight right there for undisputed that he should be fighting. Inouye's at super bantamweight. He's at 118. He's not at 122, and that's his 3rd division. So if he decide to go up, or if he don't want to go up, we got MJ right there for Stephon Fulton. That's a hell of a fight. And let Inouye try to become undisputed at super bantamweight. You know what I mean? So it's just a lot that be going on with pound for pound, bro. But Inouye deserves his recognition. He deserves his respect. So for people that saying they don't have him on his list, like things like that'll get to me, bro. So that's why I don't do the shit, bro. Because everybody
Yeah,
got their own
I think
criteria.
it's because of that resume. That's why people just because it's who you beating, man. That's the thing that people.
Yeah,
It's a lot of odds there. So
yeah, I
Yeah.
feel you on that.
Oh, so if we just a quick one before we wrap it up, man. If Benavidez was to fight Andre next, who do you guys favor? Or and Anue Fulton?
If better, if who supposed to fight Andrew? You mean Ben?
Benavidez and oh, so let's do Benavidez and Beterbiev, and Benavidez and Andre.
I'm a pick Andre. I'm gonna pick Andre.
Yeah.
I think I think his boxing and his movement and his slipperiness can make Benavidez like he got Andrade has boxing movement and mobility that isn't running. You know what I'm saying? It's his dipping and his angles and his feet, makes him slippery, man. It's hard to really hit him how you want to hit him. And then while you're trying to do that, he'll shoot up a rocket and catch you bad. So with Benavidez, I just kind of see like if he's, trying to walk Andre down and then he's just kind of, getting peppered, and not able to really hit Andre, and then he's opening up and then he's getting lazy and, he's getting hit. I think it'd be a good fight, but I'm going to give it to Andre. And I think Andre, he would really prepare for this fight like it's his last fight. You know what I'm saying? Like the greatest fight of his life because he's getting to the end of his career. So I'm going to give Big Andre.
I'm gonna roll with Benavidez on this one, and I like Demetrius Andrade, his skills, angles, but I think Demetrius Andrade is a front runner. You know what I'm saying? I think he's a 6-round fighter. I feel like because when he come out, he try to knock you out, things of that nature. But I just think the pressure of Benavidez to get to him, I think them legs will slow down, and I actually think Benavidez can stop him late. I think he can stop him late, bro. But I do like Andre. I think he do got a hell of a skill set on him. And I want to see him in one of these top fights because we haven't seen him in a big fight. We know Billy Joe popped dirty. That's going to be the biggest fight of his career. They kind of screwed him a little bit, right?
Yep.
So it's like we haven't seen him in a big fight. With the Jamel Charlo fight, he almost had that fight, right? So I just want to see him. Like when he went over to Germany, I think that was over to Germany where he struggled. And then when I see him struggle with my one man, I still got my little antennas up on him. I just think the pressure of Benavidez on somebody like him, Demetrius Andrade, who I don't think punched that hard, but I do think he got underrated power. Like I do think he can crack you and hit you with some things you don't see. But I don't know if he can hit David Benavidez and hurt David Benavidez. And if he can't hurt David Benavidez, I just think David Benavidez start walking him down. I think that pressure start getting to him. And if he can hit him flush, I think he might can stop him late. But I got to favor David Benavidez on that one.
Money and D. You know what? My mate Carl's in the building. He's basically saying Callum Smith was weight drained when he fought Canelo Alvarez. He beats David Benavidez at 175. What do you think? Apparently, there's a lot of rumors in the UK that Callum Smith was weight drained when he fought Canelo Alvarez. Like the weight was tight, and that's why he went up after that to 175. And that's why his performance wasn't that good. I don't know whether that was the reason his performance was bad. I don't know whether he would have beaten Canelo. I don't think he would have beaten Canelo regardless. But what do you make of
Like I said, my brother, when it comes to Canelo, bro, it's gonna always be something with that man. That's all I'm gonna say, Fab.
Yeah.
We can go on and on with that situation.
No. But I think this is Canelo fans. They could retwist his. He's not trying to knock Canelo. He's trying to knock David Benavidez. He's saying that Callum Smith would have been better had he not been weight drained, and that would have been the Callum Smith that would have beat David Benavidez, because he's saying Callum Smith wouldn't be weight drained against David Benavidez. Callum Smith is a good fighter, man. He's a good fighter. I have him at a B, but you his defense, and he don't have this like sensational power. Like you're not beating David Benavidez. Like him coming forward, throwing you punches and bunches, you're gonna get peppered, man. Callum Smith's defense is just not there. And so, that's all he's trying to say, Ron. He's trying to say, if Callum Smith was weight drained against Canelo, but no, Callum Smith, if he wasn't weight drained, he looked good. He beat David Benavidez. No, he wouldn't.
No, I don't get what he's saying. I don't know. I don't know if he's saying he'll beat him at 75. And I don't think that he was weight drained against Canelo Alvarez. I mean, you made the weight once you're a professional, bro. So people be like, oh, weight drain this, weight drain that. You signed a contract. So everything.
Was there a rehydration clause, or did I miss something?
No, there was no there was no rehydration clause to that.
Oh yeah, then this is crazy.
Yeah, there's just that. But I think Callum Smith and Benavidez, it's a hell of a fight, bro. It's a hell of a fight. I love to see it. I would love to see it. So everybody gonna have their picks on it, but like I said, we're not gonna see it at 68, so we won't be able to know, who beat each other at 68. And I don't know if David Benavidez is going to 75 no time soon. So, Maybe happen in the future, maybe not.
I think Beterbiev would stop both of them personally, but that's just my opinion.
Definitely.
I think Beterbiev would destroy both. Like
Yeah,
I think
man, that's a fact.
I know some people here in the UK rate Callum Smith very highly. They think he had a poor performance, but Beterbiev is different. He's different gravy. He's different. He's just too strong. He hits too hard. I think he would dismantle both Benavidez and Callum Smith. I think Benavidez would get knocked out quickly in that fight. But I just think defensively not good enough, and I think Beterbiev will just walk straight through him. There's a reason why Benavidez ain't going to 175, right?
Yep.
There's a reason why. Why is he fighting at 168? He's bigger than Callum Smith. When you think
Way
about it,
bigger.
he's big, if not bigger than Callum Smith. So Callum Smith moved up to 175. Why the hell is David Benavidez like 168? He don't want to go anywhere near Beterbiev. They don't want to go near Beterbiev. Beterbiev's a monster. They don't want to go near him. They want to skirt around. That's why Benavidez wants to fight Canelo, because he looks at Canelo as an easier fight than he looks at Beterbiev. He probably thinks Beterbiev will knock my block off. You know what I mean? So I might as well just stay and fight a smaller Canelo, right? Where I'll get more money. It'll be a bigger fight, and I'll get more attention. That's what I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you think that Callum Smith is better than David Benavidez, Imran?
Do I think that Callum Smith is? I don't know, because I'm not that high on Benavidez, to be honest with you. I,
Uh-huh.
I, I don't know.
I know.
I'm not too convinced. I don't think he's fought anybody yet. I think he's defensively not great. I think Callum Smith is a fundamentally more sound fighter. I think he's
Yeah.
got the better skills, but I don't know whether Callum Smith would beat Benavidez, because Benavidez, he's quite aggressive. But one thing I
Mm-hmm.
will say is this though, D-Money, that Callum Smith can punch, and Benavidez hasn't got a great defense. So if Callum Smith catches, I remember when Callum Smith fought Hassan and Dam on the Joshua Ruiz undercard, he put him to sleep. Look at what he
Yes,
did to the
sir.
last guy that he fought. Look at what he did to the last guy he fought. He literally was having fits on the canvas, and that guy went the distance with Bivol. So Callum
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Smith
sir.
can punch. So Benavidez would have to be defensively responsible against Callum Smith. Callum Smith can punch. The way,
Yeah, but yeah, I feel it. Do you think Benavidez can punch too, though?
yeah, he can, but Benavidez is a more volume puncher. Like I don't
Yeah.
see Benavidez putting people to sleep like that. Do you know what I mean? Like I
Yeah,
see
he'll wear
Callum
you down.
Smith
He'll wear
beat.
you down. He got to bring the pressure to he'll wear you down, and then he'll get you out of there.
Yeah.
Well, it depends.
Whereas,
Like Lemieux, he got him out of there with the swiftness.
oh
But that's
yeah, that was
that's
good.
Lemieux, bro. That's Lemieux. Like Lemieux, come on.
He was
That was a
old.
drive-by, man. So
Yeah, like,
That
I
guy that
think Callum
Callum,
Smith would knock Lemieux ass out just like that too. Like Lemieux was just coming forward. It was sort of like Joe Smith just coming forward. Like you get your ass go run into it.
yeah, I think Benavidez defensively there's a problem. Like defensively, I think there could be serious problem against like good elite boxers, because he's
that's what I'm
defensively
saying.
not.
I don't know. I don't know if he like what's wrong. The only issue I have with his defense for real is that sometimes he can get caught up with his volume punches. He throws too many without
Yeah,
moving his head.
yeah,
Without moving or moving his feet. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying when
He's
he's
got
when he's
slow feet,
actually
D.
defending.
Got
Right.
slow feet. He hasn't got the fastest feet. That's
You
the issue.
know, but as far as being able to block Callum Smith's big shots, like I don't think he's gonna have any problem. Now Callum Smith blocking David Benavidez, I think he's gonna have an issue. I think he's gonna have an issue. David Benavidez hit you to the body, hit you to the head, hit you all over the place. You
I
be
don't
like an
know.
octopus.
I think Callum Smith know how to use the range of distance though. I think both of them tall and rangy, right? I think Callum Smith might be a little taller than David Benavidez, right? So, and I think he might be a little longer. So he know how to, he know how to use his positioning, bro. Like I see Callum Smith, because I think Callum Smith he can box better than David Benavidez. He can box better than him, bro. I think he's the best out of all the Smith brothers. And I think he's smarter than David Benavidez. Now, don't get me wrong, David Benavidez could, if he could take the power and put the pressure on, because he a fighter that gets stronger as the fight goes on, right? That's one thing I do like
Mhm.
about Benavidez. He gets stronger as the fight goes on, and if he can take your punch, he's coming for your ass. You feel me? That's one
And
thing
I
he
think he
is.
could take. I could think he could take Callum Smith's
Yeah,
punch, man. I
but
think he can.
that's what we have to see if he can take the punch because, like we say, it be the shots that you don't see, the counter shots. You know what I mean? And I think Callum Smith can counter punch. I feel like he can counter punch, but if he can take your punch, that's why I would have loved to see it, bro. I would have loved to see it. You know what I mean? But we ain't
Who
gonna
didn't
see it
want
no
to fight
situation.
who? Who didn't want to fight who?
I don't think that neither one wanted to fight either or. I don't think neither one ducked nobody in that fight. I just think it was a size of where what they on the zone, Callum Smith then was on the zone and David Benavidez was on the PBC side to where we know that at that time PBC weren't trying to let their fighters come over to the zone and the zone, they was trying to lock people in. They was on the rise then. That's when Eddie Hearn was trying to lock everybody in and they was trying to make their names and shit like that passing out. Man, they passing out all that money to people. People like they crazy. They passing out all that money. So that's the time when they was on the rise. They was trying to lock people in, and I think that was like a network situation. Because I don't think neither one of them was afraid to fight each other. Calvin Smith was most definitely trying to make his name. So I can't really say that fight that happened because either or. You know what I'm saying? I just think that was a network situation. The zone was just coming into the situation. And Eddie Hearn was being cocky as hell because he was spending other people's money. He wanted his money. He was just here. You get 50 million, and you get 10 million, and you get 15. He just throwing them people money because he was trying to get the network out there and things of that nature. So I think if that would have really they sat down and really wanted to make that fight, I think that was one of the fights that could have got made. But they had Canelo over at the time. And you know how they go, bro.
Yeah, now you know how that's gonna go. But
Yeah.
Benavidez wants to smoke with everybody. That's what I'm telling
That's
y'all,
one
man.
thing.
Imran, I
That's
know
one
you
thing.
don't want to rate,
Uh,
but he wants to smoke with everybody, bro. He believes in his abilities, and I believe in him too, man. He got his
when you
flaws.
say
Man,
that,
he a
bro,
monster.
when you say you want to smoke with everybody, that's something I will agree with you on because when I say all you have to do is just say David Benavidez's name and he on
Yep,
your ass, fam. Like Shamar Charlo said his name.
that was a
What's up,
mistake.
motherfucker? Let's make that happen.
Yep.
This how I know that he wants to smoke with everybody, and I mean everybody because he was a champion at the time when or was he a champion? No, he wasn't. But that don't take away from the point. The boy Edgar Berlanga haven't done nothing. He was just up and
Mhm.
coming, right? Edgar Berlanga said his name. David Benavidez. Well, you want to fight? I'll whoop your ass. David
Yep. David
Morrell just
Morrell.
said his
Yep.
name. He
Just
just
said
told
his
David
name.
Morrell, okay, let's make it happen, right? You said my name, David Morrell. Oh no, no, you said my name. I heard what the hell you said. Let's make it happen. So I agree
Hmm.
120 when it comes to
Andre.
David. David, yeah, he even he'll fight him. So I believe and one thing, another thing I like about David Benavidez is he's not just sitting around chasing the Canelo Alvarez
Right.
fight.
Right. Right.
And
Right.
it's like, okay, he don't want to fight me. Well, I'm gonna go fight the next best thing. Okay, you want me to do this? Well, I go do this, and I'll do this. He's willing to fight any and everybody, and that's the young blood, bro. That's why I say when you're in your early 20s, right, and you up and coming, go look at all the top fighters in their early 20s, bro. They
Imran, you
motherfuckers,
know you
they,
like
they
that, bro.
want
You
they
know you
want to prove
like that.
themselves. So
Mhm.
I got nothing but respect for David Benavidez. Like I say, my homie, he interviewed him, and he just real, bro. He don't sugarcoat shit. He don't fake it to make it. He's not out here hoorah. Like whatever he say, he mean it, bro. And he take accountability, right? He take accountability. He like, okay, it's on me. I lost my titles. That was my fault. It was no longer my belt. It was like he take accountability, bro. And I respect him, bro. Like that's why he even gave me a fucking shout out. How can I not like the man? You feel me? So I got nothing but love for David Benavidez. Even though I don't think he beat Canelo, but I still fuck with him.
Give Imran some of that love, man.
I,
Give him
I,
some of that love,
Yeah.
man.
I've always said that Benavidez. I've always said that Benavidez wants to fight everybody. I'm just talking about his skill set, so to speak. It's not about
Mm,
Benavidez not wanting the smoke. With I think Benavidez wants to fight everybody. I was one of them that I think Benavidez and Andrade are the ones that want to fight everyone. Whereas I
mm,
don't think they're ducking anyone. They want to fight anyone. They'd even fight each other. It's just what I
mm,
see. Like I agree with you, D, that I think Andrade would outbox Benavidez. Uh,
mm,
because I don't know about Benavidez. Maybe I'm wrong about Benavidez. I'm not sure because I haven't seen him in there. If Benavidez goes in there and destroys Bivol, right, then I'll change
mm.
my mind. Just like I did with Bivol. I thought Canelo would beat Bivol. But now the way I look at Bivol, even though I went and studied Bivol prior to the Canelo fight, and I changed my opinion about it'll be a much tougher fight for Canelo, the point I'm trying to make is that Benavidez hasn't really fought anybody. So I don't really know. I don't really know how good he is. It's just an opinion right now. You know,
Mhm.
unless someone looks so good like a Jaron Ennis, where he just looks special, right? Where you
Yeah.
can tell this guy he's the second coming. Like you could just tell this guy is something out of this world, right? Like he's got skills to pay the bills. Benavidez hasn't got the skills of a Jaron Ennis, where you look at him and you think, oh well, he looks just special. He's good, but he isn't Jaron Ennis. People still want to see Jaron Ennis prove himself, but Jaron Ennis is somebody that you just look at him and you think this guy is gonna be great. There's no stopping him. He's only gonna stop himself from being great. Let's be brutally honest.
But
Right.
Benavidez has been a two-time super middleweight WBC champion. They give him way more credentials, and I gotta respect that. So, like I say, he still want.
That's true,
That's
too.
one thing I'm not gonna take away from Benavidez is when anybody say, or if anybody ever say that Benavidez is ducking this fight, or he don't, like that's a lie. I'm gonna always give that man a credit and just do, because he won't smoke with any and everybody. He's willing to do what he has to do to get them fights as well. So, I got nothing but respect for David Benavidez. He want to prove himself, and when you got fighters out there like that, those are fighters that deserve the praises, and that should be getting praised, and they should be getting pushed to the front. You know what I'm saying? So I'm always pushed for David Benavidez. I like him.
Yeah.
And Rayo. I like Rayo too. Rayo a hell of a fight. I met Rayo. He a hell of a cool dude too.
You got Bivol versus Benavidez. Who you taking him, Ron?
Bivol and Benavidez. I'd have to go
Yeah.
Bivol on that one.
Mm.
Bivol's got skills to pay the bills, man. Bivol's a good boxer. I think he'd outbox Benavidez. What do you think?
Yeah. Go ahead,
That's
honey.
that's somebody like those type of fights. Like going up, you got to prove to me that you can beat them. You know what I'm saying? So if you're going up to a division, and especially with Bivol being a champion, especially with him beating Canelo, you have to prove to me that you can beat him, right? And I said the same thing about T.O. when people didn't like him. Like I say, Devin Haney and all them dudes, they got to prove to me that they can beat T.O. So it's the same with Demetrius Bivol. Like he earned my respect, which he already had my respect, but he definitely earned more respect. But Andrade going up, he have to prove to me he can beat David Benavidez. Benavidez going up, he have to prove to me that he can beat Demetrius Bivol. So it's just like, them dudes, they once you get big wins under your belt like they got, you got to give them that respect, and they just do.
But
So,
that's what
yeah.
I'm saying. I don't know how y'all can go from, Canelo loses to Bivol. A lot of people rank Beterbiev as better than Bivol. And I think you think if they went head to head, Beterbiev will win that one too. So it's like if Canelo can't beat Bivol, then why y'all think, you know what I'm saying? He
Well,
would
that's
have
the
a good
same.
chance
That's the same
against.
saying where Canelo got to prove to us that he can beat Beterbiev. But when you're a fan of a fighter, you're not going to go against your fighter, bro. Come on, man. You know what I mean? Now we can keep it real. Now, like I say, I put the things out there. What do you have to do to beat the man? Right? You're gonna have to, of course, like Beterbiev is going to be the favorite. That's a fact. He's got 3 titles and shit like that. But you got to go up and prove that you can beat the man. Now, what you saying is you want to see him fight these fighters down here. What we saying is we okay with him going up trying to beat him. You know what I'm saying? Not saying he's going to beat him. He have to prove it. But do we believe he could beat him? Yes, we believe he could beat him. Don't mean you're going to beat him, bro. That's a whole difference.
I think styles make fights in the sense that I don't know, because Beterbiev is really good, man. He's really good. So that like Money said, I think Canelo would. You can't just say that's the kind of fight where Canelo would have to go in there and prove that he can beat someone like that, because that would be, if Canelo was to win that fight, what would that be? That would be, would you say, D, right? That would be one of the greatest wins in boxing history.
If Canelo went up and beat Beterbiev,
Yeah.
it's hard for me to imagine it happening in my mind, but
That's what I mean.
that would be unreal.
Would that be equivalent to Manny Pacquiao beating Errol Spence? When they were supposed to fight.
Right. No. Well, that would have been big for me. That would have been enormous for me. But I think Canelo's would be bigger because a Beterbiev's in a bigger weight class and he's a monster.
Right.
Like it'd be even bigger for Canelo if he beat Beterbiev.
Pacquiao was world champion at the welterweight division.
Right. He had a belt. And Canelo had a belt too.
He was old, man. When he
right. Yeah. It would have been huge. It would have been huge.
Hell yeah.
But Canelo, for me, especially after this, man, it's just clear that Beterbiev is just a different. He's just made of different stuff, man. Like even Bivol, he's the best at that division, and it's like, bro, like people are like, like you're gonna have to really box your tail off to have a chance again. Like you can't let this guy start hitting you. You know what I'm saying? So this is some honestly like some generational talent type of stuff with Beterbiev. So if Canelo could go up and beat him, yeah, man, that'd be I don't even know. I don't know what could top that to be honest. I really don't.
Yeah, that would be some serious win, won't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I don't need him to try to go prove it because what I'm saying is, Imran, it'd be great, but I don't need you to try to go prove that because you got all these other options at your weight class that you can still fight that we need to see. And when you just went up there and fought the number one or number two guy at 175, like Bivol didn't even, to me, just to my eye test, I don't know if you guys agree, but Bivol didn't even implement his like stick and move game plan that he had against Joe Smith that he had against, what I'm saying, these other fighters at 175. Bivol was just like, you're a 160 pound coming up to 175. I'm not like running from you. Like, if you want to come in here and try to hit me, come in here and try to hit me, and I'm gonna counter you because you're a little 160 pounder. Like, this is like, I'm not like, he didn't do anything. Like, he was just sitting there waiting for Canelo to throw, letting him gas himself out, tire himself out, and then he just start wailing on him. So if that would happen if Bivol could do that to you and kind of little boy you in a sense, then Beterbiev is bigger than Bivol. Like, he's gonna look at Canelo like a little child or something like that. Man, I'm sorry. He is. He's huge, man. Beterbiev's bigger than Bivol.
I
I
don't know how
disagree.
Canelo would
I
approach that
disagree.
fight. I don't know how Canelo would approach that fight. Would he look to box on the back foot? Would he look
Very
to
lot of
Beterbiev?
body shots. A lot of
Yeah.
body shots, and be cautious.
But that's what I'm saying. You got to be inside on Beterbiev to throw body shots. You want to go inside on Beterbiev?
You can get it. Listen, Canelo on the inside, letting body shots go on Beterbiev doesn't mean Beterbiev is going to be able to get the full extension on the shots and catch yours with certain shit. Like it's shit you got to do to be smart, and I think Canelo got the skill set to be smart with Beterbiev, bro. So when we saying going in the inside, and we got to look at how Beterbiev, how he landed shit. It's not like he's in the inside. Boom, boom, boom. Beterbiev is catching your ass with shit coming in and hurting you and things of that nature. Now, like I say, this is not going to be an easy fight for Canelo Alvarez at all. But I feel like, for all of the competition that Beterbiev faced, I think Canelo might be probably one of the smartest fighters besides Alexander Gosek. But we know he played the outside. He was a hell of a fighter. But
Yeah.
Gosek even admitted that Canelo got a better chin than him. So it's like it come down to the chin part. I know what you're saying. You're saying, well, Canelo never faced somebody that hit harder than Beterbiev, so we don't know if that chin gonna hold up. But that's something that we have to see because if the chin do hold up, then Canelo have a even better chance of beating Beterbiev. Like I say, it's just gonna come down to the game planning, to the stamina, and could you take that power?
But Imran,
So
this what I'm saying though, and I see what you're saying, Monty. I see what you're saying. But what I'm asking guys, like, I think Beterbiev is just like he's somebody that you just can't trade with. Like, he has a certain type of power at 175 that it don't matter who you are. You can't over 12 rounds take those type of shots and hope to win. Like, you have to be on your bike and box Beterbiev, and just that's the only way, unless you have the power to match him like Joe Smith thought he did, but then he got mixed with the boxing. But do y'all agree that Beterbiev's power is just something that's just you can't trade with that?
you keep saying trading as if Canelo gonna sit up there and just trade back and forth. You have
Well,
to.
no, I'm saying, but if you
It's about
inside, you gonna get
it's
hit
about
though.
being
Like, you
smart.
gotta
Yeah,
box
I
and
mean,
run.
you gonna get hit regardless in a 12 round fight or whatever. It's all about just having the perfect game plan and being smart to fight with a man. You understand what I'm saying? We've seen certain fighters go X amount of rounds with him. Yes, they got their ass beaten, they felt the power, things of that nature. But if it's somebody that's a smarter fighter that got a better chin, then you got to see what that fighter can do. And getting better be bad past certain rounds where he getting hit with hard shit and you hit him to the body as well. So it's going to be a give and take situation. It's going to be how much could you give, how much could you take. You got to be smart with it. You just can't be in there doing stupid shit. Oh, I'm just going to stand right here. And now, because of this, we go exchange. It's like every round you have to do something different in, bro. And that's where it go come down to you making adjustments. you being smart, and could you take it? But that's why you go up, and that's why you try. So we'll just have to see. But I gotta get up out of here, bro. I appreciate y'all boys. I don't know if y'all fathers, right? But happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there, man. Even if you're in the chat, happy Father's Day to y'all, man. Emran, it's been fun, my brother D man. It's been fun, and
Yeah.
like I say, Emran, I'm gonna hit you up, man. But you're welcome at any time because I got this interview with Frank Martin tonight, so I'm gonna go, get this shit
Or
together and try to make it happen, champ.
no worries, man. No worries. Anytime, bro. You can come on anytime, and I'll definitely hop on one day, man.
No doubt, no doubt. You keep grinding. Shouts out to you, D man.
Take care, man.
All right,
Take
man.
care. Yeah, man. D. So just to end it up, I know you gotta get out of here as well. D, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here.
Yeah. So just to end it up, man. Beterbiev Bivol, who wins for you?
Man, I went back and forth, man. At first, I was like Bivol. And then after last night, I don't want to be recency biased, but it's just like, man, I went back to Beterbiev because I was like, I looked at how Bivol respected Joe Smith's power and how he fought him and how he was fighting him. You know what I'm saying? Like doing that stick and move, that box and that outside game against Joe Smith. And then I looked at what Beterbiev's power did against Joe Smith's power, and it wasn't even close. Like that wasn't even a fight last night. Like that was like a whooping.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Took you out to the barn real quick.
Yeah.
And stopped by. So I'm like, man, if that's the type of power that Beterbiev is rolling with, like and then Bivol got stunned too in the Joe Smith fight. So I'm like, if a 1 + 1 + 1 = 3, then it's like, man, if Beterbiev gets inside on Bivol or is able to cut off that ring and close that difference and catch him and start catching him like he was doing Gazdic, like, and starts catching him, then I don't know if Bivol can stand up to that. It's gonna be a huge test. I think Bivol would have to show so much toughness, so much fight to, what I'm saying? It's gonna be a war. Like you can't stick and move Beterbiev all night. Eventually he's gonna get to you. He a boxer too. He can get to you. And you got to be able to hold up and sustain. And it's like, I don't know if Bivol can sustain up to that type of power, man. That power is off the charts. So I really can't call it, man. I'm sorry.
50-50.
It's 50-50, man. It's 50-50 to me, man. I can't call it, man. They're both one sides of a coin. Sweet science and pure raw power mixed in with elite boxing. It's like
great fight, man. Great fight.
What about you? Who you got?
I've got Beterbiev, man. I have to go with Beterbiev. I think he's too strong, man. I think he might be too strong for Bivol. I think he might end up dogging him down, like how he did with all the others.
Yeah,
I think Bivol might make it tough, but I don't know. I don't think you can go 12 rounds with that guy. I think he's too skilled and too strong.
I know. So
but I think he'll find a way to bully you somewhere along the fight where he'll get you on the ropes. When he gets you on the ropes, you're like, if Beterbiev gets Bivol on the ropes like Canelo did, but Bivol won, he's finished.
Right. But that's the thing, though. I don't think Bivol would do that because he didn't do it against Joe Smith. Joe Smith didn't catch Bivol on the ropes. I don't even think like one time, maybe one time, the whole fight. You know what I'm saying? Bivol's movement, he just knew the mission and he executed it perfectly. He was just dancing circles around him the whole night. I think with Canelo, he just said, man, if you're a 160 pounder, like, I'm not running from you. Like, you think you can come in here and like bully me like you do the dudes at 168 and 160, you lost it, man. So he just said, come on. And Canelo came on, he was throwing hard, and Bivol would just pop out and counter him and pepper him with a jab, and it wasn't even a, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, fair play. D-Money, man, cheers for coming on. I appreciate it, man. Great live stream. It was great, man, talking to you. And Money, great live stream. Went on for 2 hours plus, man. Appreciate it.
I know, man. It's all love, man. I love the channel, man. Everybody hit the like and subscribe and the notification bell, for real.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I was going to say, the notification bell. You have to press all on the notification bell. Because otherwise, one of my subscribers pointed that out. Otherwise, you don't get notifications all the time. So that's why some of you messaging me about not getting the notification. You have to press all, so not just the bell. You click the bell and then click all. I'll explain it in a video anyway. I didn't know about this.
Definitely tell them in the next video at the beginning. Tell them they got to click the all, because it'll be like some, none, and all, I think, or something like that. And you got to click all.
Yeah. I didn't know that, man. I didn't know that. See, YouTube, they just make things so difficult now.
Yeah.
Why are you gonna do all of those? Just click the notification bell. That's it.
Right. So you can be notified.
Exactly, man. It's nonsense.
Crazy.
Nonsense, man. But yeah, cheers, man, D Money, for coming on, man. It was great talking to you, bro.
For sure, man. Always, anytime. I love when you do the live streams, man. Yeah, awesome channel.
I'll do it. I'll definitely do it more regular, man.
Bet. All right, Imran. Have a good rest of your Sunday, Father's Day, man. It's love.
You too. Take care, man. Happy Father's Day to everyone. Take care, man.
All right, my guy.
Yeah, peace out. Peace out to everyone in the chat as well. Appreciate you guys coming on, showing that love. And yeah, just stay. Make sure that you check out my next videos that are coming out tomorrow. Just stay up to date with all my content, and yeah, and I'll explain it in the videos, upcoming videos, man. But yeah, appreciate it, guys. Peace out. See you guys soon. Stay safe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.